Everybody watching at this point should know who the fuck we are. If not, there are earlier episodes.
Yeah, I'm motherfucking Ian.
But he goes by Ian.
Hi!
But I go by Ian. Yeah, okay, wait a minute. So people might not know me even if they know me.
Welcome to Starloss. I forget who Ian is sometimes. I'll be real.
Ouchies.
It's okay, I love you.
You forget about me.
I love you all. You're all fantastic. Welcome back to Starlost Seas.
Hell yeah.
If you're watching this and you don't feel loved, then well, that sentence wasn't about you, I guess. This episode is totally not brought to you by
you were gonna like. I thought you were gonna like reassure them, maybe, but not like, oh, then it wasn't about you.
Well, I mean, hey.
If you don't feel loved, too fucking bad.
I mean, last left our party,
for love.
they had just finished an encounter with the Holdmaster Atranon, who pursued their ship, and then revealed mid-combat that he was on his half-brother Archibald, who is a wood elf, has joined you aboard the Fog Slip, or the Gem of the Horizon, as it's known by its smuggling name, and you are roughly 6 to 7 hours out from your next stop. A place that's name I cannot pronounce. Again, let me read it again, because good...
You invented this world.
I know! Enshasla. Enshasla. You're going to Enshasla.
It's okay, because I'm about to start...
God forbid I have to say it again as Harmon. Because...
God forbid I have to say it is Twink.
Listen. It's great that we just got out of an encounter. I'm about to start a new one if Kieran doesn't start saying anything useful.
So last we were on, everybody was in conversation. We ended specifically on the line. Kay, do you want to reiterate the?
I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something to the effect of, "You're quite stupid, aren't you?"
It was "You're quite stupid" to Kieran.
Yeah.
And we cut out there with everyone on deck getting called down if they wanted to eat lunch in the hold. So, ladies and gentlemen, what would you like to do? Lady and gentlemen.
As everybody's trailing off, Kieran's just there, shocked. Like, he's frantically trying to come up with a witty response, but by the time everybody's just...
Yeah, Dolus said that, and he heard the call, and he just kind of stood up and like gave him a little pat on the shoulder and walked by him.
Socks.
Huh?
Would you like shoes back?
Do you want to hold her for lunch?
No, not really.
All right then. He takes shoes back and puts her in the bag.
Okay, put the tiny little kitten in the bag, and then all
Flips past Kieran because he is so done with this conversation. So fucking done with this conversation.
You're all heading down into the hold.
100%.
Twink's still standing there just staring at Kieran, like waiting.
Lotus is gonna look between the two, and then she's gonna turn around and gonna run after Dolus.
Kieran and Twink, you two are staring at each other on the deck of the ship.
Well, I may have came off a bit more than I was expecting.
Yeah. I think it's actually quite the opposite. I think, I'll be truly honest with you. I think they wanted to know more.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I knew too. I'll work on it, and I'll walk to... Is it lunch or dinner? I don't actually know what time
it is midday.
Oh, okay.
It has still only been like 12 hours for your character since we started. Probably less.
This is lunch now, yes.
No,
and you see Kieran kind of like ruffling his hair as he walks off.
Really depressed Kieran, just walking down under the hold. What are you, Twink, sitting there?
I think Twink's gonna stand there a little bit longer.
Enjoying this fresh sea breezes. Twink stays up on top deck.
Being a gnome, I don't think Twink needs to eat that much. So
maybe he wants to. I don't know.
Nope. He
They
had
still got jerky.
He still has that jerky in his bag of holding, so
True. That's true.
so he's just kind of chilling.
All right. So down in the hold, it is surprisingly more cramped than you would expect from a ship of that size. You go down and there's just immediately boxes and barrels, and there's dust all over the floor and a very briny smell that's even sharper than like the ocean. It's very uncomfortably salty in the hold. You follow the direction of everybody who's going to eat. There's a solid half a dozen crew members and various other unreliables who seem to be ushering in to the galley. And so when you enter the galley, it's a solid 6 tables, 3 on either side, and down in the back is the kitchen. It's all just this whole wall that has been turned into a kitchen, and it's dominated by this big boiling pot that's got this big pot-bellied orc sitting there, slathering stuff into bowls that he is handing to people.
As Sox enters the hold, he is almost immediately floored by the smell, as it's already heightened. And so he almost stumbles back and goes, "Gods, what the hell are they serving here?"
Did you say that to anyone
As
in
Lotus.
particular?
Well,
Just out loud?
Dolus and Lotus are standing right next to him, I assume. Because
I don't know, but it smells horrible.
Really? I think it smells good.
Dolan just kind of looks down at Lotus with like a confused stare. And he's like, "No, this is the smell of rotting food, I believe."
That doesn't
Well.
sound good. But it smells good. Dilla, should I go find a place
Yeah,
for us to
He
Okay.
nods. He just nods, interrupts her. And he kind of turns to Socks and is like, "Well, should we go ask for food?"
Lotus is gonna run off.
I suppose so. Let's just hope that maybe it's just ship smell.
Sure. And then start
You know
heading
what
over
happens
towards
if
the
you change
checkout.
the last letter of ship. So you approach the food line. You get up there with just 1 or 2 people ahead of you. The bowls are really clearly set out, so you can just take one. Dolus, I assume you take 2, 1 for Lotus.
Right. Can I? What is in the bowl?
Nothing currently. There's a
Oh,
line.
okay. I see.
So it's like a think of it like a high school cafeteria kind of thing where you grab your platter and then you come up and they like give you something.
Right. Okay.
It's a little wooden bowl.
So yeah, I'll take 2 bowls and start walking along, waiting for my turn.
You take the 2 bowls. As you come up, you're second or third, so you don't have to wait long. Big orc. He's got a nice solid like knotted beard going down his gut. Seems super. He feels almost jolly. He feels like almost like Santa. Not quite Santa. He just seems like a really pleasant. I'm in charge of the kitchen. I'm really happy to be here and cooking kind of feeling about him. And the moment he comes up, he goes, "Huh! You got a hearty diet if you're coming up with 2 of them.
It's for my sister.
You don't have to explain yourself.
Okay.
I'm
May
always
I
a fan of fattening up the little ones." He smacks you on the stomach twice.
He kind of recoils and he's like, "Sure. Can I just get the food, please?"
Is it your first time?
Yeah. Eating? No. On this ship, yes.
Well, I hardly doubt it's your first time eating unless you were born yesterday. Even then, you might.
It is my first time, yes.
He takes a big ladle and he schlops it into one bowl and he schlops it in the other and goes, "The name's Walk.
Nice to
And
meet you.
If you spend too long sniffing that, you will throw it up."
What is it?
Well, so that is trout, that is bass, that is a lot of pickles. And then it's all boiled in salt water.
that doesn't sound
Roll for scurvy.
that doesn't sound sanitary.
Saltwater sanitizes everything. Why do you think
I don't-
boats are always so clean? And he spits on the floor.
Dolus just kind of looks at the ground with disgust. He's like, "Thank you for your patronage," and he just like walks on.
Socks, hearing all this, actually walks up with 2 bowls of his own.
Another big eater! Or do you also have a friend eating for you?
No, just quite the appetite.
He takes 2 more big schlops, throws them right on your bowls, and goes, "And you seem like you've got an appetite." He reaches into the pot with just his bare hand, and he pulls out like a solid hunk of fish, and he just like tosses it onto the bowl. "Don't worry, I'll wash my hands." And he dips his hands in a kind of not super clean bucket of salt water right next to the pot.
Socks is taken aback for a moment. Just kind of stares at his bowl, looks up to him, and thank you. And he walks to go find Dolus and Lotus.
So for Dolus, make a perception check.
That is an 11 plus 5.
Lotus, can you also make a perception check right now?
Okay.
So Lotus and Dolus aren't there. Dolus is gone. He got his bowls and he just vanished. You caught sight of him stepping back out of the galley into the hold. But he's going. You have been left alone in the galley with Walk and many sailors.
Great. So, Socks, much like at the tavern at the beginning of this campaign, will just hunt for an empty seat because he would much rather eat at a table than anything than outside, where everything could go worse.
Nolan, can you roll wild magic for me real quick?
You know what? I would love to.
By the way, I got a natural 1.
Yeah, I saw that.
Speaking of those,
Did you get a nat 1?
Oh no! Initiative again?
Let me pull up the chart.
Yeah, I'm about to say, are you rolling off a chart?
I am.
Nice.
Oh no!
That's super nice.
Aaron's in trouble.
Well, charts are okay. It's okay to roll off a chart because 1 doesn't always mean bad.
That's true. It could mean anything. Hang on. I'm gonna do 2 quick rolls here. One to narrow it down, and then one
It
to.
could be he critically failed at exploding the boat.
the thing that really sucks, that just really sucks, I watched the dice bounce from a 20 to the 1. I watched it flip.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's fun. As you are sitting down, you feel just the surge of chaotic wild magic, and you have a moment to know something's about to happen, but you have no idea what's about to happen. And then you cast Fog Cloud on yourself and fill the entire galley with thick fog.
Was it me?
The whole
Man, these
galley
ocean
is
fog.
You can only see like a foot in front of your face. Everybody just starts muttering in panic. You hear Walk being like, "The pickles have finally got to my eye." Walk is just another Harmon. But fat.
That's
Socks
amazing.
Socks just sighs. He just looks down at his bowls, kind of pinches at the bridge of his nose, and then just inhales both of his bowls. like just outright scarfs him down. He is unaffected by the fact that he has just sent the entire hold into a fog.
Oh my god, he just starts eating, not even caring.
Well, yeah, now he
Are
doesn't
you
have to
gonna try
care
and
about his
dispel- Are you gonna
manners.
try and dispel it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
He doesn't have to care about his manners right now, so he finishes those bowls like that. Fish too, just like full, like whole fucking like xylophone bones of fucking fish, like just kind of slurps it right off and then puts it all down, and then he dispels it.
This is a solid like 3 minutes of fog where everyone's like trying to figure out how to get rid of it. Wok is not phased. He's still just cooking. Everybody's living their best life.
As the spell dispels,
Yeah.
the fucking bowl is just kind of wobbling from how quickly.
Archibald, Atranon's half brother, is at the table across from you, staring right at you, because this is the man who cast magic recently. So you get the feeling he knows immediately that you just did that. Like he's staring at you like, wow, okay, really, right in front of our lunch. Okay, wow.
Sox kind of looks at him over his glasses and just kind of just like daintily waves at him.
And
Sox was hungry, man. Fighting's hard.
Magic is so tough.
so
Magic's
Dolus,
hard.
swap over to you real quick. You left before all of that happened.
Mhm.
So shortly after you left behind you, you just see the door filled with fog.
Dolus just kind of looks at the fog, and it's just he can tell. He's like, that's not like normal fog, but he's just like, fuck it. And he turns around and keeps going. It's not my problem.
So you go further into the hold, doing your very best to find Lotus, and it's not hard because you immediately find her in the next set of rooms, absolutely confused about the inside layout of the boat. She got totally distracted by being in a boat and has no idea where they're going to eat or what's happening.
I assume you didn't find anything.
Dolus, everywhere is wood. All I see is wood. It's so weird.
We stayed
It's
in
like
the
we're in
forest.
a forest,
We were in
But-
the forest.
but it's like rocking and everything. It's so weird. I love it.
Dolus will just kind of continue past her. It's like, well, let's look for somewhere to eat,
Okay.
please.
Oh, are you
Do you
hungry?
guys want to make another perception check now with advantage now that you're together?
Okay, sure. I'll make
It's
the.
just a straight roll then.
Okay, yeah, because we have disadvantage.
Well, just a you can
That was a
lift.
13. That was a 13.
That's fine. That's more than enough. You find the stairs down into the lower cargo hold just fine. It's kind of darker down there. It is somehow more damp, but it smells noticeably better. Almost like spices and flowers. Like it smells very pleasant down there. Like a very well aromatic spice cabinet.
Can
There's
I?
a third floor.
Correct, there is. Can I look around to see like just what's in this room?
Oh, yeah. Make a regular perception check with disadvantage.
Okay, now that I'm down here, I take off my mask
Okay.
to look around in the room.
I'm like, we're just rolling perception.
Is there anybody around?
I guess I'll find out. I'll find out right now. That was a 17.
That's really good. So you see lots and lots of crates, most of them with various different company labels. Nothing seems to exactly line up. It doesn't seem like there's orders to anything or inventory to everything. Everything's kind of just shoved down here, it looks like.
Mhm.
There are like rows and walkways. Down a few of them, you can see some people going through a few things, but they're not near you. They can't see you or anything.
Okay, so as soon as I notice the people, I bring my mask back down, and I'll lead Lotus kind of in between two like larger crates,
Yeah, you saw a great spot like back in the side of the hold, so you're set.
And so just like we just position ourselves like in between these two large crates on the ground and place down the bowls of food, and just like gesture to Lotus to sit down.
Lotus is going to sit in front of one of the bowls. And she's
And-
gonna look at into the contents of the bowl, look at Dolus, and it's like, what is this?
They led me to believe it was food, but I have no idea. I guess we'll find out.
And Lotus is just gonna yank off her mask, and she's just gonna dig in.
Mm-hmm. And
Starts-
Dolus will do the same, but a lot slower.
A lot more delicately. Okay,
Mhm.
you two just both start eating.
Don't sniff it too long.
Oh my god. Kieran, what are you doing?
So, I'm assuming I was just a few like meters behind them as they were getting food. So I like joined the line, grabbed my bowl, and just like holding out to get lunch as well. It's like,
So right as it is plopped into your bowl, the poof, just fog everywhere. Some of it sloshes up onto you. It came from nowhere and everywhere all at once. There is just suddenly fog. Also, there is a gross, briny smelling liquid now on your shirt.
is this the ocean foam? Sorry, I've never been on a
Good.
boat before. I didn't know this could happen.
Walk just goes, it's not normal. Nothing on this boat
Lovely.
is.
I've met
Walk,
Harmon.
through the smoke, you can kind of see Walk with one of his big hands grab the bucket he used to wash his hands and just go and like clap it down.
Oh. Oh, I didn't bring my protection from poison today. and I like through the fog, I try to make my way. Is there anywhere like I want to try and find a place out of earshot of other people? I don't
in
mind
this-
being.
It's not going to be in this room. You're gonna have
Yeah,
to leave.
so
if you want
I
to
would
get out of here.
like walk back probably up the stairs and try and find a cargo hold out of earshot of
Okay.
anyone else.
So you step
don't mind.
out of the
Yeah.
galley into the main hold. All they can hold. It's not really busy here. Everybody is either eating or up on deck. There are a few people. I mean, there's people on the boat. There are two doors towards the back of the room, and there are stairs down to like another lower level. So it's whatever you want to do with that.
Yeah, I'll go further down. I'm not too worried about being seen. I'm just more I don't want to be heard.
Okay, so you
So-
step down. You go down into the same cargo hold that Dolus and Lotus had gone into a few moments ago. You see the same thing, crates, some people down in the end. It's really dark, it's musty, it smells really nice down here. It smells completely unlike the rest of the boat.
Like facing the wall, like I'll try and like kneel down to the side of the crate and just place down the bowl of food in front of me.
Okay.
And just look to Sarah and say, "It's free food. You can't turn that down." And I'll cast prestidigitation on the food. Make it taste like cherry pie.
Okay.
And
What the fuck
6
is with you
seconds
and
later-
cherries?
It's a weird flop.
And
Now
six-
tastes like cherry pie.
And 6 seconds later, I'll prestidigitation again to make it smell like cherries again.
Just smell.
Can I hear this? Can we hear him talking?
Yeah. Pretty dense hold.
He wasn't being
Uh,
very quiet.
He was not being very quiet. You can roll perception on that one.
Okay.
It's really tight. The crates are really high. It's hard to hear through them.
So with disadvantage or not?
We're not
You're
wearing
not
masks.
wearing a mask.
Okay.
Also, you don't have to cast it
That's
every 6 seconds because it lasts for an hour.
It's 2 different effects, is what I was saying.
He made a taste and then smell.
Yeah.
That's another 17. That's 2 17s in a row.
Nice.
Yeah, you can hear him. It's muffled. You can't really make out all the details of what he's saying, but you recognize the voice. Like you recognize that he's there somewhere in the.
Yeah,
Lotus
I-
is just crunching
Karen
away.
didn't look if there were other people, so Karen doesn't know doesn't realize they're there.
Dolus hears this and he
And-
kind of flinches and like puts his bowl down. He like leans into Lodi. He's like, "There's somebody here."
Looks over with the bowl like in her face. What?
Eat
I
quietly.
want to.
She starts
I
eating
w-
quietly. Just-
But still quickly, just.
Mhm. Go ahead.
I want to pull out the little symbol that I had. It was in my character sheet, but on my character art, and just lean it up against the crate or the wall in front of me, and just Siren just flaps down and stands besides me, and she's just looking up.
Okay, so you put this talisman gently on the box next to where you had the food. It's just kind of leaned up all nice. You sit there with your food. You
And I just
eat.
I want to try and speak, and I look out and say, Nobelia, is this right? I trust you, but do I really not know what's going on? I've been following this path so long, and you promised me. We made the promise. I'd help you get out. I'd let you go, and you'd bring me to them. But it's been years, and I trust you. You know I can't not trust you, but I don't know if this is the right path anymore. And I try and wait for a response.
So the moment you say you don't know if this is the right path anymore, all of the dust floating in the hold, everything, all the shaking of the boat, the kind of salt water in the air, everything freezes. Nothing moves, nothing changes, everything is dead. Even all the voices you heard stop.
Even
We lost
Also,
him.
he also stopped.
I killed him! I killed him!
Sorry, my
Welcome
Discord
back.
You could?
my Discord just crashed for like a
You're too powerful, Cryo. His Discord froze too.
I'm like, everything froze. Discord's like,
my
okay.
Discord crashed and reloaded from scratch.
There we
Oh, that
go.
was a bad moment.
It's okay. Did you cat? Where did I lose you?
Oh, after what happened after everything froze? Sorry.
So everything stops dead. The only thing that you see moving is your hands and Siren, who is kind of just like doing the little looking around thing that he always does. Not really. He's not. He doesn't really care about what's happening.
I like pull my hands over my face, like school my features into like a smile. Yeah. I'll sit down and start eating.
The
Cherry pie.
moment you say yeah and relax and go back to eating, everything snaps back.
My question:
Mhm.
Did I also freeze, or did I watch everything?
Everything froze.
Including
Nothing
me.
happened for you. You, as far as you were aware, nothing happened.
Okay.
You're on edge, trying to not get seen by anyone as you're eating.
Okay.
Pull out a bit of bread, cast prestidigitation on that too.
Just gonna press the digitation on your food so it doesn't taste like pickles and fish.
So it all
It's
tastes like
also
cherries,
cherry.
apparently.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
it is also cherry.
Do you want to make a quick perception check for me, Kieran?
I shall do that. Whoop, Jesus. No. 18 plus 20. Dirty 20.
Fantastic. As you pick up the bowl and go to eat, you notice that behind the bowl and Siren on the dust on the box in front of the talisman, spelled out is the word dragon lost.
Dragon.
Yo, I love that game.
Is that a game?
I think.
Saren, you. Would you know what that means?
He looks at you and he does the bird equivalent of nah.
Signs. And-
You get the mental message from Syria, and then he's like, I'm not even from this plane. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'll figure that one out too.
Okay, Twink, what are you up to?
Twink's just kind of wandering around the boat, investigating random shit,
Looking at
being a
random-
curious motherfucker.
Are you staying up top, or are you just wandering
Yeah.
around?
Yep.
Okay. At some point, you come up to the helm, like the aft area of the ship where Harmon is. You're on his blind side when you come up, and so you assume he doesn't see you. But as you're walking by, he suddenly goes, "Master Gnome!
You're talking to me?
I don't have any other gnomes on my ship, as far as I'm aware."
No, I also wouldn't know that.
Well, so far as I'm aware, and so far as you're aware, you're the only gnome here.
Well, as far as we're both aware, you're talking to me then.
That sounds about right. And Harmon, he goes to kneel down, like really dramatically towards you, and he cranks the wheel of the ship with him, and everything kind of starts listing slightly to the left.
I don't say anything. I just let that happen.
And he goes, "You're with the fellow who's named after the boots." Aye?
I'm gonna be real honest with you, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're with the fellow whose name's after the stockings. The one with the pointy ears.
Well, there's a bunch of people on your boat with pointy ears.
You make a very good point. My ears were pointy, I think. They got saved down by the sands of time.
Twig just kind of touches his and like, oh god.
Harmon goes back to standing and he overcorrects the wheel the other way, and the boat kind of starts listing to the right.
Is the fog just kind of like streaming out in different directions as he's doing that?
That's going out the portholes by the kitchen for only like a minute or two, so it's not really inside. It's not really still a thing. He's like, "You know, Master Gnome, I've met a few of your kind.
Gnomes are artificers.
Not all of them, but everyone that I've met. So maybe all of them.
Okay.
How'd you learn how to do what you do?" And he,
How did I learn to do what I do? Well, you see, I was taught by a grand many people. Mainly, my father.
Your father?
Well, he
How
taught
did
me
you
the
know
art of... He taught me the art of smithing and tinkering, per se. The other stuff I kinda learned myself.
Harmon just kind of sits there nodding. "I know not what it was to have a father. I do know it was to be a father. For me, it was, leaving. But it's good your pop touch, I think." He kneels back again, jerking the ship the other way. And he goes, "I get a sense that you're here looking for something. Someone. You aim to go across the seas for something."
Well, not really a person, per se.
"I too was once a part of a guild," he says, standing up, not allowing you to acknowledge anything that he's saying. "I was once part of a great guild. We did a fair many things. We traveled afar and wide. I'm one of only 3 left from that guild. I know what it is to be left alone without. You'd be wise to find someone else, Master No."
Well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I gotta ask, did you kill the others
Kill what others?
of the guild?
What guild?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to hear about the times I've killed people? It's a long list. I keep it stored under my hat. And he pats his head where there's no hat.
I'll be real honest, I think I have other things that are much better to do.
Understandable. It's very boring, I'm sure.
Where are we going, by the way?
Unjustly.
What?
Eichslasser. And actually, one of the crew members who's up working on like the rearmost maps just leans out and just goes, "In Shasla!"
In Shasla.
And Hammond goes, "Aye! That."
Never heard of it.
It's a fair trade, port. Quiet. Only a select few know it.
Is that... Okay.
Okay?
Yes, okay.
Okay. He just puts both hands on the wheel and just breaks the conversation entirely as he goes back to steer.
I'm not sure what the fuck just happened. Yeah, I'm gonna keep wandering around looking for shit.
You want to make a quick perception check for me?
That's not great.
What is not great?
A 5.
Wait, don't you have... You rolled a 2? And you rolled a 3?
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, it's just the deck of a boat, man.
I mean, after I get done investigating or looking around on the top of it, I will make my way down.
It's okay. Well, it's just the top of a boat.
Yeah, I'm being thorough. So,
you start making your way down just as Fox finishes his meal and gets rid of the cloud, and this is all done in the galley.
So Socks stacks his bowls up and tries to figure out some place to put them.
Walk takes them from you as you're looking around, and he puts them right back on the pile of bowls.
Lovely. And then he turns his attention to Archibald, because he's got some questions.
That's fine.
So he turns to him, and I assume there's an empty seat in front of him if he was able to stare Socks in the face.
There is.
So he sits directly across from him and goes, "So, you're from... I forgot what that area was called.
The Westwood.
Yeah. So you're from the Westwood.
Yeah, as most elves tend to be. I am from the Westwood. What about you? Are you from the Westwood?" And he kind of gestures at his ears.
Yeah. Quite a long time ago now. I went back, probably a century and a half ago, to study a little bit more, and learn, some of our magic in the most proper way I could. It's been a long time.
Archibald kind of shrugs, and he's like, "I, believe it or not, was never the best magic student, which is why Mom shipped me off to be with the little brother and the Empire before everything went to shit." Seems really distressed.
For someone who's not great with magic, you answered everything we did tit for tat.
I mean, you used magic missile on me. It's not like you cast a meteor storm or changed the weather.
It's accurate, but you were still quite proficient. And I have no doubts that, as your brother was attempting to not bring us any harm, that you were holding back.
What? Would you be offended if I said I wasn't holding back?
I wouldn't say offended. In fact, I'm just trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. But, nonetheless...
He kind of leans in and he's like, that was the first time I was ever in a fight that wasn't a spar.
And you did fantastic, truly.
I'm 79 years old, and I've never been in a fight before. That was amazing. You knocked... The little bird girl knocked a guy's head off. And the gnome exploded twice.
That's what happens when you get a little bit more grip on your magic. In fact, I could teach you. I used to be a professor in the Empire.
The moment you mentioned teaching, he just immediately, all the excitement that had just come up on his face is gone again. And he's just like, but I can't learn more magic.
What do you mean?
It's complicated. I'm not talk about it.
What is it? Are you, I don't know, a warlock or you know, I've actually
I was trying to be a cleric. I was supposed to be a healer, which is also why being in that fight was pretty cool. No, I don't do magic normally. So I like to hunt. I like the stars. I do star charts, and he like starts fumbling in his coat. Like it is like leather armor, and he pulls out the papers have gotten kind of wet, but he pulls out a few papers and he starts smoothing them out on the table. He's like, I chart.
Point of interest. Right about now, Twink kind of looks into the galley and goes, "Yeah, nothing of interest in there," and turns around and walks back out.
He's so excited. But yeah, no, he's beaming again, and he's rolling these charts out in front of you. He's like, "This is what I do."
And Socks kind of looks him over and goes, "This is wow. I mean, this is incredible.
They're very detailed charts. They have like measurements and dates, and everything's laid out. Their constellations and how they shift and everything. It's very impressive."
I mean, obviously, as someone who's 79, you've had quite a lot of time to study something like this, but they're the most detailed charts I've ever seen. And,
yeah, my mom said I was a little too dedicated to them.
But also, as he had pulled out his charts, Socks also brought out his book of basically just notes, and he was like, "But could you tell me a little bit more about what you mean by you can't cast magic normally?"
Well, I mean, you did the thing that just now, the fog, the cloud.
Not quite intentionally, but yes.
Yeah, I could kind of tell. I mean, elf, seeing through hard to see things, kind of my thing. You seemed kind of surprised, but not surprised in the way like you were surprised that it happened. Like you were like, "Wow, I did that." Surprised in the way of like, "Oh, that happened." You seemed so it's you didn't mean to do that, right?
No.
Are you just really shy? Are you a really shy eater, or like? I'm not no judgment. If you didn't want to, I didn't see any. I mean, I saw you eat really fast. By the way, well, if you're a shy eater, you forget I said that.
Your brother didn't tell you much about me, did he?
No. I was just supposed to be on this boat until I got to you, boy. I didn't get anything past that.
Right. Well, getting back on topic, I am a sorcerer, and wild magic is kind of the deal that I was kind of put with. But you still haven't quite explained how you're casting if you can't do it normally.
Well, if I don't do it normally, I have to do it not normally. That's like how normal to not normal works. But so I'm not casting it normally. I'm casting it weirdly, like how you cast wild magic and it's weird and you can't expect it. I do something like that.
Does Socks know anything about how the fuck he might be casting?
Do you want to make an Arcana check?
You know what? Hell yeah, I do. Because it's a lot easier than trying to chat this up. That is a 19 total.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. You don't know shit. But you don't know shit. You know he's just completely... there's no magical, like, reference point for whatever he's trying to explain.
You're a weird kid.
That's also what my mom said.
I like it. And we're gonna figure it out.
Okay. This boat is gonna be going to Yubua for like 3 months or something, so it's time to make friends. And I don't. Are we gonna get into more fights?
Probably. And
cool. You just kind of like nods.
And Socks being the kind of being a professor, but also just being a pure experimentalist goes, or I could just shoot you with magic every so often and see how you respond.
I'm sorry. What?
Well, last time I cast magic missile at you, you also did that, and last time I used shield, you also did that. So I figure if I just
could you not? I'd prefer if you didn't do that, please.
I wouldn't be dumb enough to kill you. But
the butt is very concerning. I hope you know that the butt is very I'm gonna go now. And he stands up really quickly and he starts shuffling all his like charts together and he's like, this was awesome, Mr. Boots.
It's Socrates.
Okay. And then he turns to leave.
Yeah, that's... In all of my years of teaching, that's a new one.
It's Archibald as he's rushing out of the galley, almost bumps into Twink and like sidesteps him as Twink is perusing through it, like looking over various crates and everything. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. Sorry.
You didn't what? You didn't what? Say it.
I didn't look down. I didn't look down." And he like rushes up the stairs in a panic as he's shoving his charts into his coat. He's completely flabbergasted. He's terrified. She rushes away. Lotus and Dolus, what are you up to?
Lotus is licking the bowls.
Sorry, what was that?
Lotus is licking the bowls clean.
Okay. Yeah, even the one Dolus ate.
Yeah.
Okay. Dolus still trying to keep out of earshot of Kieran, who he knows is further down or further towards the entrance. He just kind of leans in. He's like, I told you not to fly over to the other boat.
Lotus stops licking the bowl. Just kind of looks to his side for a moment. It's like, yeah, but then I got antsy. I didn't want to be useless there, and it looked like you guys were having so much fun. And, I mean, it worked out in the end.
You didn't know the situation. It could have been dangerous.
But then I didn't get hurt.
But there was the possibility you could have.
But I didn't get hurt.
He just kind of sighs really, like, heavily. He's like...
Also, in the end, you were the one who got hurt. And then she, like, reaches over and pokes where the arrow
where the bolt shot past him.
Yeah.
And he just kind of, like...
A little.
Yeah, he flinches a little bit. And he's like, it's barely a scratch. It didn't do anything. But just make sure you are careful if you are going to jump into danger like that.
It's okay. I know how to. I can do a lot of things. I'm very powerful. I can catch arrows. You've seen me catch arrows.
I have. And he like kind of like ruffles her hair, like pats her on the head. You can catch many arrows.
Yeah.
You can even catch the ones I shoot at you.
Yeah, and then we could do the cool thing where and then shoot it at something else.
Yeah, yes. All right. Well, have you finished eating?
She looks down at the bowls and it's like clean.
It's cleaner than like when Dolus got them.
She actually removed some age from it.
She just nods.
And then Dolus will just be like, "Well, I think we should head back." And he like puts his mask on. I'm sure the Socrates has some questions for me, and I have some questions for him.
Yeah, he was kind of. I like his cat. He was really excited to see that we were Aarakocra.
Yes, that's what worries me, but if it means I can get information, then that's fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Put on your mask.
Okay. And then she reaches over and puts on her mask.
Let's go. And then he like he takes both of the bowls and starts walking out. And do I see Kieran on our way?
Walk right past Kieran, because he sat down. Pardon me. I don't know how well that got picked up. I'm so sorry. He sat down in a crate like right next to the stairs, so he's right there.
So
Stop laughing. I'm very embarrassed.
Dolus kind of just looks at him, and then he just says, "You know, if you're trying to be secretive and hide in a place like this, maybe lower your voice next time." And he doesn't give him a chance to respond and continues walking.
Lotus is still there in front of you, waving.
Lotus!
Okay. She continues moving as she walks.
Lotus just forever ruins all of Dolus's epic, like, walk away.
I think it makes me better.
And Siren's like,
And Dolus will walk back up into the place where he got the food and look around for socks.
Are there any spoons around?
Are there any spoons around?
Roll for
Make
spoon.
a perception check as you enter the galley.
That's
It's not
good.
something I was expecting. I'm gonna be real. I didn't plan for this.
It's a 19 with disadvantage.
There are spoons.
Are there any spoons just sitting on the table, not like
No, you'd see a solid set of ranging all the way from like pretty gold all the way down to like really robby wood spoons, like all laid out in a line on the little counter behind Wok in the back of the kitchen. And you can see you with your perception check, you looked around and then your eyes just zeroed in on them across the room.
I'll be right back. And then she's gonna walk
Where are you
over to
going?
Walk. She's walking over to Walk.
Walking over to Wok. Walks up and he goes, you come up to Wok. At the moment you come up, he's like, another little one.
Hi!
Hello?
Can I have a spoon?
A spoon of this? And he like points at the barrel of...
No, I want a spoon from over there. And she points over at one of the gold spoons.
He goes, one of these.
Yeah.
This is my collection.
You have a collection too?
Two. Like really dramatically. It's like, what do you collect?
Spoons?
Show me your wares. Like really excited.
And then
like,
from
pointing
her
you.
pack, she's gonna pull out her, what's it called? Her mess
Spoon
kit.
collection.
Her mess kit.
And then she's
Okay.
gonna open it up, and there's just lots of spoons.
Just many spoons. There's there is a single like knife and then just many spoons.
Yeah, there's like a knife, there's a fork, and then there's like a silver spoon, and then there's like a stone spoon for some reason, and then there's a rock that looks a bit like a spoon, but then it's probably just a normal rock.
He's immediately enamored. Like the big pudgy orc fingers are just like.
It's at this moment that Dolus walks up and he like very worried, like where did she go? And he sees them both fawning over these spoons on the counter. He's just like, I don't understand. He just like turns around,
puts like his big hand. His hand is like the size of Lotus's torso, and he's like, "Do you want to look at them?" So he just like scoops her up like in one hand and like holds her up towards the counter, like balanced against him to be like, I get one every time we stop.
I should do that too. The spoon is so pretty. And then she points at one of the gold ones.
He picks it up and goes, for you. And then he pulls away real quick. He's like, this is the only one you get from me.
Okay.
And he gives it to her, and then he sets her back down, and he's like, if you ever want to trade spoons, I'm your man.
Dolus, I got a free spoon!
oh, that's nice.
Thank you, big man. And then she's gonna put the spoon with the other spoons, and she's gonna put all the biscuit back into her bag.
Gives you a teeny tiny pat on the head, like your head, like Lotus's head is like.
It's like when you pet a kitten.
Like when you pet a kitten. Yeah. He nudges you along.
Thank you for the spoon. And then she's gonna turn around and walk over to Dolus.
He just kind of looks down at her. Are you finished?
I got a spoon.
Sock is right at the table, like at the table next to you, like 8 feet away.
His book is now covered in like scribblings of what the fuck Archibald might be.
Which page of his book is covered in those scribblings?
God, it's got to be at least the 60s.
Okay, that's solid.
Is terrified written on one of those pages? Because that's what he is.
No, but it does say a little whiny.
Yeah.
That one's underlined because it's confirmed.
So Dolus will walk over to the table that Sox is sitting at. He's like, hello there, Socrates.
Dolus?
I have a question for you.
Okay. And what might it be about?
It is about what
just behind us.
Atranon said about you. And I asked
no, as soon as Atranon like half of Atranon comes out, he just immediately covers Dolus's face and goes, not.
He's wearing a
here.
mask.
Yeah, you just like put your
Doesn't
hand on
matter.
the
He palms the fuck out of his face.
Dolus will slap his hand away. He's like, what was that for?
Not here. Obviously. If you want to talk, it's a lot more private up at the top deck.
Then shall we head upstairs?
Right.
And then
Also,
up.
don't make that face at me, Crow. Don't make that face at me, Crow. There's a reason I said that, and it's because the top of a boat is fucking loud. The ocean is loud.
You make a valid point. I'll just say.
Dolus,
Yes.
is this a conversation that is interesting? Can I hear?
He would kind of look over at Sox. It's like, could I see that cat of yours? The kitten, I think it was called.
And he kind of opens his bag, picks up shoes.
He's like,
hands
Lotus,
it to
look.
Dolus. No, like goes to hand it to Dolus, then remembers he palmed his cat earlier and kind of like retracts.
Lotus, look. And he like points at the cat.
Kitty.
Would you like to play?
Yeah.
Shoes just does the tiniest little.
Socks gently hands the kitten to Lotus.
It immediately tries to climb out of your hands to climb up your arm again. Shoes just desperately wants to be on top of things.
And Dolus is just like,
She likes to
this
feel
is a lot
tall."
more. This is a lot more interesting than what we're going to be talking about.
Okay. I'll play with the tiny kitten.
Okay.
One of the guys sitting next to you, as soon as he sees the kitten, leans in and is like, "You're gonna want to not have that in the galley, otherwise walk. I'll see it as me."
Noted.
And so, like,
There's a reason Harmon doesn't have a parrot anymore.
Lotus, would you like to go show shoes to Harmon?
Okay. Come with me, small one. And then Lotus runs off.
Runs out up to the top deck.
and so,
And then
and
you go
Dolus,
to the top deck.
yeah.
Go.
So, Twink, I asked him about what Atranon said. He
Yeah, I
said,
assume we passed Twink, do we not?
No,
Isn't
Twink
just,
is
like, walking around?
perusing like the middle deck by
Yeah.
now.
I wouldn't still be outside of
in a
it.
minute.
he said you were cursed. Something about not knowing where wolves are.
I believe you mean. I need a second. I need a fucking second.
That was the best thing ever, Kay. I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
I had to tell you that. I couldn't let that one go. You had to know that was awesome.
Depressed. Sad. No home. I believe he's referring to werewolf or lycanthropy.
I don't know about that second one, but it was definitely the first one.
That is unfortunately the truth.
What does it mean?
How to explain this in the way that won't scare somebody from a plane that doesn't belong to us? Have you ever seen a wolf?
Yes, I lived in the forest for many years. Well, year.
And now you've seen elves and other people.
Correct.
I just so happen to be both at the moment.
No, you are an elf.
Yes. But this curse, if prompted correctly, can make me not.
It takes Dolus like a couple seconds to like put the pieces together, and he just like takes like kind of a step back, and you see his hand just kind of almost reaching back, and he's like, "Are you dangerous?"
I like to believe not. It's been a year, and as far as I'm aware, I've only had one incident, and that was right after being infected, which is, it's really quite complicated because, sometimes I would say that I'm at least aware, but maybe not completely in control, and other times
You said
I just...
incident. What was the incident?
Well, you know how I was a professor.
Yes.
That is why I'm not.
I don't follow.
After being infected, during one of my studies, I didn't know I was infected, and I was walking back home after a late night lesson, and somebody came up and attacked me. They wanted my money, really just a ruffian, and I ate him.
And as he says this, like, you know, Dolus has a mask on, but you can see like his eyes, like he has like malicious intent. Like he's looking at you with like the death stare.
Now, listen, I'm not a threat. In fact, I'm trying to figure out how to cure it. And you know, I was attacked, so like I really don't even know what would happen if for some reason, you know, I wasn't attacked, if my life wasn't threatened. Maybe I'm quite friendly even in that
Dolus
I
will
don't mean any
sigh,
harm
and
to
then-
anyone.
Yeah, as after hearing that,
Hang on,
Dolus,
Kay, before you do anything else, Noah, roll wild magic.
You motherfucker. Thank God, it's a 10.
Okay, you're good. Continue, Kay.
as he says that, Dolus just sighs, and he. Can I roll insight?
Go right ahead.
That is a 13, and then plus 3, 16.
16. You know he's telling you the truth. He seems very much like he's very uncomfortable with the fact that he's a werewolf. He very much doesn't like it. He would very much like to have a cure, and as far as he is aware in the moment, it feels like he's fibbing a little bit about, hey, I'm not a threat, but he genuinely doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm. Dolus will just sigh, and he just puts a hand on his shoulder, and he just like kind of leans into. He's like, I understand, and I will give you the benefit of the doubt that you are not a threat. However, and he kind of leans in closer, and he's like, if you in any way harm my sister, I will make sure that you will get to see the man from your little incident again. And he just like, he has this like, you can see in his eye, it's just terrifying, and he kind of leans back.
Wouldn't dream of bringing harm to anyone here. The sooner I can get rid of this, the better. I would much rather be a help than a hindrance to any of you. Well,
Okay.
except for the one in the white cloak. That one.
Can I have which one of you is facing, like, where are you guys facing right now?
I'm gonna assume my back is toward the like front of the ship. Like I figured we like returned back to the spot we were talking originally.
Okay. So can you make a quick perception check for me?
Me?
Yeah.
That's 15 plus 5. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, so as you're talking and saying all this stuff about how you're a werewolf and everything, you take a moment to like kind of glance, and as you glance slightly aside, you notice that sitting right up against the mast, kind of nestled into some boxes, but frozen in the middle of filling out charts, is Archibald.
Yeah. You guys didn't look around before you started talking.
Yeah, I was waiting. Yeah, he clearly heard everything. He has the most horrified look on his face.
I'm gonna chalk this one up to Lotus's fault. The second that it was brought up, Socrates panicked.
Yeah, but he's staring at you.
Oh, hi there.
Dolus will turn around and see him. And Dolus doesn't care that he heard this. Like, he's just like, he looks at him, at Archibald on the floor. He's like, oh. Hello.
No response. Archibald just starts putting all the notes together again and puts them in his little sleeve thing.
Archibald,
He does not respond to you saying,
Archibald, I promised your brother that we would.
Gets up and walks away.
I promised your brother we would help you.
He goes back down into the boat.
That's probably bad.
Well, I mean, if you're not a threat, then it shouldn't be.
Yes, but what you don't understand is and like he has to kind of contain himself a little bit, and so like it's almost a hushed yell. Werewolves are not something that anybody wants to be around because it's a Curse!
Right. Is there any possibility that I get this curse from you, by the way?
Don't let me bite you if I get real fluffy.
Oh, don't worry, you won't. I'll make sure of it.
Let's go back to Kieran. Kieran, how you doing?
After Dolus like walked off, Kieran's like, oh, the bowl, and he picks up his bowl and like makes his way back to the cafeteria or wherever he needs to drop off.
Just gives it back to walk.
Yeah, just stands it back to walk, and he walks back up and like kind of like tells Siren to go have a little fly around.
So you're towards the side of the boat, away from the conversation that's happening, away from the helm, and Siren's kind of just flying around, taking sight.
I sit down against the mast, look out over the ocean, and pull out my book of ancient secrets, and just flip through.
That's such a fucking sentence.
Just sit down.
Ancient secret.
It's very harshly englossed. It's a purple book, sparkly. It's like you ever go into Macy's and just see all the jewels in the world. Macy's doesn't exist in the world.
I can.
No.
You ever go into D&T Macy's?
Yo, wait.
You ever go
Are you
into
telling me
Macy's?
Kieran's got like a 12-year-old's fucking diary that's just bejeweled to all
It is.
shit?
Yeah, I was about to say it's like
Bright
you went into
purple.
a TJ Maxx and it's just bejeweled jeans everywhere.
Secret,
It is.
keep out!
No boys allowed.
It has a latch on it and everything. It has
Little
a latch.
heart-shaped lock.
Yep. No, it's like just a gold latch. Pop it open, gold embossed, and just start scribbling in it. Just writing about my day.
You're
Cryo composure.
I'm trying. We're good. So from way up above, Siren suddenly calls down to you that she sees something.
What do you see? And I like snap and my eyes gloss over and I look through her
So
eyes.
you're looking through her vision now.
Yeah.
She's sort of coasting alongside the ship. And like a few hundred yards out maybe in the water, there's like a dark patch that's moving, sort of not parallel, but like at an angle towards the ship.
That doesn't look friendly, but whatever it is, it does look getting. And I go back to my own vision and. Do I find Harmon? Do I talk to Harmon?
Do you? Do you?
Do I? He did have a very big revolver. Off to Harmon, and I scurry off to look for Harmon. It's like
I love that Kieran became British
been
for
on a
one
ship.
sentence.
One
Revolver.
yeah.
revolver. So you go back to where Harmon is. As you
Like,
come up those stairs to like the back end there, you come upon Harmon, who has jammed his revolver into the wheel actually to keep it straight, and is currently holding socks in his hands.
Shoes.
Shoes in his hand, and just petting her on the head as Lotus sits there like, cat.
Siren, I hide a bit. I don't think the cat likes you all too much. Yeah. I like you, but I don't think it's in the cloak. And
you did Siren gets in your head.
Harmon,
As soon as you say the H, his head snaps, dude. He's like, "You're interrupting me."
You're interrupting him.
Lotus the hype man.
I've never talked to Lotus. I don't. You're the Oh, I was here for a reason. Why am I British? I was here for a reason. Harmon, I don't want to interrupt your fun. I'll let you get back to it. I'll let you get back to it, but are dark patches in the water coming towards us generally helpful on a ship?
Which it depends. Is your ship aiming to die?
It's not my ship. I think it's yours.
Is my ship aiming to die?
You let
I don't
me
think
know.
so.
She can fly. I don't think the rest of us can.
He immediately like shoots up and looks out into the ocean. He goes, "Oh, that's a thing."
What thing?
I mean, it's a thing. It's certainly something. I don't know what it is though. How did you know it was there? And he like pokes you on the chest.
Well, you know how you have a crow's nest? I've got the same, but with a raven.
He's got a raven.
And for my cloak.
He like looks up and he's like, "Is that just a crow's nest but bigger?"
Yes.
A raven's nest?
And turns and he's like, "Do you know what a raven is?" He's still holding shoes. Just do you
Have a
know what a
raven
raven is?
A bird?
Aye, just like you. And he like puts shoes on top of your head, and the moment shoes on top of your head, he grabs the pistol, pulls it out, and fires into the air.
Socks turns immediately to look at Harmon. What is it now?
I don't know, but it's here to kill us all.
What is? And he turns around to the face of the ocean.
It's just a dark patch in the ocean next to the boat. It's like a solid like 100 yards out now.
I would like to fly up and try and go above to see if I can make out what the shape of it is.
Okay. Roll.
Oh no. I just had that Jurassic World scene where the thing comes out of the water and he's the
That's what I was expecting. Ludus instantly dead, or Dolus instantly dead.
Yeah, just
That's
imagine
a
that.
13.
It's a 13
Yeah, with disadvantage is great.
with disadvantage. Yes. So you fly up. You take a good moment to like kind of breathe in the shape of it. It doesn't seem to have a shape. There's kind of this weird undulatingness to it. There's nothing quite right on it. The water above it is warbling in all these sorts of weird ways. There's clearly something moving underneath, but you can't make out exactly what the shape is.
So Dolus will just kind of turn back. I can't make out with it what it is. It's strange.
Are you sure it's not just a school of fish? They do tend to make dark patches in the water.
Why are fish going to school?
I'll explain later.
Oh, yay.
No, I don't think so. Where's Twink?
Couldn't tell you.
Twink, let's do a meanwhile. About 10 minutes. You're in the bunk room in the mid-level of the ship.
Just cruising around looking through shit.
Are you looking at shit, or are you looking through shit?
I mean, if it's open, I'm gonna take a look inside.
Make a perception check.
That's better. Still not great though. It's a 16.
Oh no, that's good. So you, as you're going through all like the various bunk rooms, there's one or two unreliables in there, like napping. They've clearly had a rough morning. But there are some trunks that are kind of ajar. And if you want to take
eye level with Twink, you know I'm looking in.
you peek into one. It's just books. Like it's just books and clothes. There's nothing really particularly of note. All the books are on poetry. The clothes are not built for a gnome. But you peek into another trunk about 2 bunks down, and it is full of jewelry.
Twink takes this big deep breath. Kind of looks around. What kind of
jewelry?
Twink needs to know.
It's all silver. There's no like gold in there. It's all silver necklaces and chains and bracelets and that kind of thing. There is one very particularly shiny ring that is the color silver, but the way it shines is completely different from everything else in the box. And it's got a pretty little blue gem in it.
Yeah. Well, Twinks. Yeah, he's gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic. Give me 1 second.
He detects everyone in the boat except Harmon.
So you cast Detect Magic. The ring is glowing. It's a very faint kind of white glow. You can't make out what kind of magic it is, but it doesn't seem to have a very strong aura about it.
But I can do that with Detect.
I
I know it's School of Magic.
Okay,
Yeah.
You learned it's School of Magic. Fantastic. It's conjure. You can tell it's conjuration. There is some kind of.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay, so I'm gonna make another quick check around the room to see if anybody's awake or notices me.
There are 2 people in there, and they're both asleep.
I'm gonna pull out that ring, and I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast Identify, which will catch me up to current time. It'll catch me up to current time.
Oh my god. I needed to get fine. Let me pull up the details on it. I wasn't expecting it to be identified immediately.
Duh.
Duh. Echoes. Well, that's
If they were awake, I would have.
Slot, wasn't it? With the
Yeah,
magic.
but you can ritual cast without using a spell slot.
That is correct. You are ritual casting, and
That's why it takes 10 minutes.
That is why it takes 10 minutes. Okay, fantastic. So that is a ring of summon lesser elemental.
Nice.
This feels personal.
It feels personal. I feel like I'm attacking you. That is a homebrew item, so let me put that in places.
This feels like a call to our personal campaign.
Basically, it's one-time use. You could summon a lesser elemental to fight for you. They will exist for 3 minutes or until they lose 5 health.
All right, so Twink's gonna put it back,
Oh, okay.
and he's gonna make note of the trunk and the location and try to figure out who the owner is. Later on.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, then I won't put it in your inventory.
Yeah, you don't have to put it in my inventory.
Okay.
He's no thief, he's just curious.
So just as you are putting it back in the trunk, the entire ship suddenly lurches to one side as if it rammed into something.
Nice.
And we're going to go back up to the top deck, where the dark shape definitely just rammed into the boat.
I take it back. Not fish. Not fish.
Well, it might still be a fish, just not a school.
The boat ground to like an immediate halt. It is dead in the water, and the shape kind of is curling around it almost.
You should go back to Socks. And then Lotus is gonna like make her way over to Socks and gonna present shoes to Socks. Totally unaffected by the fact that the boat is
Socks definitely not looking because he feels threat. Like he like feels around, grabs shoes, puts her in the bag, and continues to stare.
What are we looking
Harmon!
Aye!
Do krakens exist in this ocean?
They're usually further north than this, but they do.
Harmon, how long have we been going north?
We aren't going north. We're going east.
It kind of looks at one of the crewmates.
The crewmate nods. He's like, his sense of direction is actually down. We don't understand it either.
Then what is that?
So pretty much just as you say that, a very serpentine tail comes up out of the water, and smashes into the side of the boat kind of aggressively.
I think note should be made. Twink's heading back up top at this point.
Okay. So
As-
Twink would get jostled as he's coming up the stairs by the tail, thwomp in the boat.
Heading up, then heading sideways.
As a reaction to the boat like lurching again, can I fly into the air?
Yes, absolutely. You'll fly up into the air.
Mm.
Yeah, this
Does anyone
doesn't
wanna-
seem good.
Harmon's crew are all grabbing the muskets that they had. Again, they're getting all their weaponry ready.
So anyone
What's
reckon they know what that is?
Harmon, how about a giant snake?
Those are surprisingly common in these parts. They usually only get to be about 20 feet, though.
Fun.
So we've got a big boy.
Dolus will start pulling out his crossbow and start like hovering back because he was over the water before. He hovers back over the ship and starts lowering himself.
Maybe
He's not fully like on the ground on the ship, but he's like 10 feet off.
Sox is immediately theorizing. He's like, maybe it's like a dolphin, and it just kind of like bumps the boat, ha ha ha. Or maybe it's about to kill and eat all of us.
Are you
I don't
okay?
like the sound of that. Lotus.
You're mumbling a lot.
I tend to do that. It's very very observant of you. Where's Twink?
So Twink runs up like mid-ramble. So as you're like, where's Twink? You like dart, look around, and he's like 6 feet off your left.
Twink. So, we have a bit of an issue.
Right?
There's a snake. He yells out to Dolus.
This is a snake. No. Right, I say that. I can't talk to this one.
Have you tried?
Being honest, I don't know what you really want to do about it.
You gonna try? You gonna try?
No, because I know I can't. Like, Twink knows
What
he
do
can
you
only
mean
talk
you
to
can't?
small woodland creatures.
What do you mean you can't?
Are you mocking me?
After Twink
Did I
says
take your
he
accent
can't-
by an accident?
After Twink says that he can't talk to it, Dolus just goes, well, and he lowers himself onto the ship and he shoots a crossbow bolt at the
You didn't shoot a crossbow bolt at the dark
Yeah.
patch of the water.
Well, the serpent is it?
It comes up out of the water and whacks the boat and then goes back in.
Oh, well then I thought it was still up. Well, he aims his crossbow in case it does pop back up, and then he will shoot it.
Okay.
Holding his action.
Anybody wanna do anything real quick?
You can't.
As
Twigs.
this like was starting.
Go ahead.
Oh, as this was starting, I want to say I want to just run up to the rest of the group, because if we're going down, I don't want to be stranded. I'll be with y'all for this fight. And
If the boat breaks, we'll all end up on the same piece together.
it'll be
There's
like
only enough room on this piece for me.
I need to know right now. Did Kieran actually say that, or is that you saying that to us?
Karen would have said that.
Sox is going to immediately look at him and go, if there's anybody that I do not want to be stranded with, it's the one who came up and asked me a bunch of stupid questions while there is a giant snake!
The tail
Well,
comes out of the water to do another slap.
Dolus.
Make a
one
roll,
right now.
roll attack real quick.
Okay, ranged
Make a
attack.
Ranged attack. I'm sorry.
Um,
Roll a ranged attack.
that is 15 plus 4.
When
Nice.
it came out, Lotus is just gonna be like, "Oh, it came out."
Roll for damage real quick.
Okay, 1d8 plus 2. All right. That's 9.
So the bolt strikes really clearly where the like underside of the tail meets the solid scales. It thwonks in. The tail immediately thrashes extra hard into the boat, and I need you all to roll initiative.
God dang it.
Fun.
That's a 22 total. This is a good old nat 20 initiative
Oh,
roll.
nice.
Could have used that earlier.
That's a 16 total. I'm rolling great today. I hope this doesn't end right now.
Yeah, it's going to.
Kieran
It's,
is a
it's
sick-
totally gonna end.
Also, I love that our 2 flying scouts also are the only ones with disadvantage on their perception. Our 2 people who can see the most can now see the least.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, everybody
neither of us signed up
break
for
down
this.
your initiative for me. Socks with 22, Dolus with
16 for Kieran.
20.
Okay, 20 for Lotus. Dolus, what did you have?
I had 16.
Aaron and Dolus with 16. Twink, what you got?
12.
Well, you all roll better than the snake.
Well, it's gone 6 times, so I fucking hope.
Look, man, it's a big snake. It's just a-
Yeah, just a fucking sea snake. No big deal.
Snake.
Wait, I gotta roll for Harmon.
Just a serpent.
Go Harvard.
I gotta roll for
let's go Harmon.
Just
Harmon never
Ouroboros.
shot at you last time, so I don't know why you're saying let's go Harmon.
Let's go Harmon.
Let's go!
I gotta catch a bullet, maybe.
Let's fucking go
No!
Harmon.
Oh my God.
With how he's aiming, you might have to.
So Fox, you're up.
Great. So all we can see is its tail.
Yeah, well, the tail slammed into the boat and then went right back under the water. So all you can see is that it seems to be curled around like the front quarter half of the boat.
Wait, what happened?
What happened? I can't hear no.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, I said let's cast Mind Sliver.
Mind Sliver. Oh, fun.
And there's no roll to that.
There's not. I have to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Those are the best spells.
On these-
I didn't fail, you did.
Well, that's a nat 1.
I
Alright.
didn't fail, you did.
So
So the moment you cast that spell down into the water frosts and you hear a horrific shriek even through the water as the sea serpent takes 1d6
1d6.
of psychic damage. Come here, d6.
That will be a solid 5.
That's 5 damage plus the earlier 9.
Also, the next saving throw it must make is subtracted by 1d4. This is a momentum
Solid.
cantrip, is what that is.
Well,
You
it's just
ruined
until the
their
end of your
saves.
next term.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Up next we have Lotus.
It's in the water.
It's in the water.
She's like, I've never been in this deep of water. And then she's gonna take out one of her darts and she's just gonna stand at the very, like, what's it called? The
railing?
The bow?
The railing.
Railing. Okay.
The railing. And then she's going to prepare her action. And if it comes out, she's just gonna throw the dart. As long as it's within 20 feet.
Okay.
I love that Cryo gave up on the map because it's literally like boat, water. What do you do?
See, it's a fucking snake, man. I don't know what you want me to do.
It's as big as the boat.
The whole thing's body wrapping around the boat. No, not. I'm not. We'll get there one day. Today's not that day.
Once we're back on solid ground.
Yes,
And that is my action.
that is your turn. All right, then up next is Harmon. Hang on, I have to roll a thing. Okay. 2 is gonna be okay. Then I gotta make a ranged attack. Hey, Lotus, what's your AC? 18.
18.
So Harmon aims a pistol at you, and he shoots right at you.
Does it hit me?
It
Can I
hits
use my
you.
reaction?
Yes, you can. He shot you.
To deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack, when you do so, the damage you take for 1d10 plus 7. That's the damage.
All right.
1d10.
I haven't rolled the damage for this yet, so give me one quick second.
If it's lower than a 16, it does 0 damage and I catch it.
Well, it's a 7, so you catch it.
Catching it, I'm like, oh! Louis, do you look at her?
Harmon's just like, she seems excited. Did I kill it?
No, I caught your bullet!
That's just as exciting. And then that is gonna go. Who's got the higher initial initiative? Oh, what do you mean? What? Yeah, Harmon shot Lotus and she caught a bullet.
Oh, good for her.
Can I add a bullet into my inventory?
No, no, you cannot. Not yet.
Okay.
No.
So I just have a dart in one hand, a bullet in the other hand.
There you go. Fantastic. Kieran, Dolus, you both rolled 16 and you both have +2 to initiative.
Yeah.
So can
Roll
you-
d20 then?
Yeah, both of you roll d20. Whoever rolls higher is going to go first.
12.
I rolled a 4.
Well, Kieran, you're up.
I didn't know snakes could scream. And I hate to seem like a one-trick pony. Ready an Eldritch Blast for the moment I see.
Buddy, you chose the class that is the definition of one trick pony.
Really?
And I will be very good at my trick. And I hold an Eldritch Blast until I see any part of the snake peek over the water.
Okay. So, Dolus, it's your turn.
Dolus will load another crossbow bolt and just hold his action. If the tail pops up or if anything pops up out of that water, he's shooting it.
Take their actions.
I mean, we're not going to shoot just randomly into the water.
You know, I guess
killed a
that's
fish
valid.
earlier.
You did kill a fish earlier. It was very funny. And in that case, Twink, you're up.
All right, well, Twink can't really do a whole lot, so he's going to turn to Harmon. He's going to say, Harmon, the way I see it, we have two options. You either drop the cargo and we outrun this thing, or we fight it. And I don't see us fighting it.
Harmon goes, I've fought worse! Granted, this is also my 4th boat.
I also heard you traded your cannons.
For pickle.
And that's
Not
gonna be
your
Twink's
greatest idea.
turn. That's Twink's turn.
Yo, so it's the turn of the crew real quick, who all don't wait and fire 3 muskets into the water. Well, they have disadvantage because it's underwater, and my first roll was a 4, so yeah, they don't hit shit. They don't hit shit
Do they have disadvantage?
because it's underwater.
Right, but they didn't shoot from underwater.
No, they're shooting down at it into the water.
Wouldn't that still be considered full cover even? Full cover, Ian. Jesus.
Yeah, but it's not disadvantage. It's just the higher AC. I just don't know. I know you get disadvantage with ranged weapons underwater.
Yeah,
I just don't know how shooting into water works.
I just treated it the same.
Cool.
I was just like, it's a bullet going through water.
No, can we
Wait,
have gentle jazz music anytime there's a rules discussion?
That's possible.
the like wave floppy music.
It's just Louis Armstrong every time.
There's this really intense like fantasy we're fighting a sea serpent that all of a sudden just like boom, 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 boom,
It's the elevator music, just da 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 da.
and that's okay. Well, that's 19.
With disadvantage, that's awesome.
So the snake doesn't come out of the water on its turn. But you hear the subtlest crack below you. The boat just took 2d8s plus 6 of damage. So let me roll that real quick. That's an 8. That's a 4. That's 18 damage to the ship. And we're back around to Socks.
Okay, so I've got a plan. Who's good at fixing things? Great, and he cast Mind Sliver again.
Okay, so you cast Mind Sliver. I have to make an intelligence saving throw, correct? That I have -4 on.
Yeah, with the negative 1d4.
-1d. Oh, negative a d4. That's. Well, I lose that, so let's not discuss that. Yeah, the thing shrieks again as it takes.
That's going to be 2 more damage.
That's 2 more damage. All right.
And then Socks is going to use his full movement to go down and try and locate what part of the boat just cracked.
Oh, so he's sprinting down into the boat?
Unless he saw where it took a hit.
I mean, you're. It's under the water. You're gonna have to go all the way down to the bottom of the boat to do that.
Let me just...
Which will take multiple turns of movement. I do just want to make sure you know that.
Then fuck that, because I also just realized mending doesn't work on anything bigger than like a cloak.
Mending will not work on the boat.
Never mind. Then Socks is just gonna go, hey, no, I have already spoken, never mind. I have already said a good amount of words.
That's definitely your turn. It's definitely Lotus's turn.
Lotus is gonna look over at Dolores, give the thumbs up. She's gonna take a deep breath, and then she's going to jump off the boat.
Oh yeah! I was waiting for someone to do it.
Does she stop?
What is the swim speed of an Aarakocra?
You gotta. It's gonna be harder for you to fly now.
It's half speed, so you're good.
How about to say, I'm pretty sure half speed for
So
everyone.
is it half speed for my walking or half speed for my flying? I'm assuming walking.
You're walking.
Okay, but I just want to get like
So
want
you hit
jump
the water.
off. Yeah, but I want to like flap my wings once or twice before I actually hit the water, so that it's like a gentle.
Okay, so you're not like whacking into the water
Yeah.
or anything. You're not gonna take any fall damage or anything. You get it. You submerge entirely into the water. It's really dark. You're deep out of the ocean. It's just like black underneath you as far as you can see. You kind of whoosh your arms and your wings to turn you back towards the boat, and as expected, cradled under the front of the boat, sort of wrapped thickly around it, is a solid 60-foot long snake with fins protruding off of it. It is a sea serpent. It's this
And-
sort of sickly golden yellow color, and it is just very large.
And it's under the boat.
Under the boat, it's always latched around like the bottom front of the boat and is currently crushing it.
Okay, Lotus wants to get out of the water.
You want to get out of the water? Are you gonna use
I just
all
wanted to see.
the action to get out of the water?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You get out of the water. You're climbing up the ladders on the side of the boat.
And then she's just gonna yell up, "It's at the front!
Yes,
It's
we
crashing
knew
the
that.
boat!
Oh,
That's what you didn't
We
know!"
didn't know that.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, that's my
I'm really glad that we got the horrific visuals of the depths of the ocean. That's my favorite thing. Harmon's up. 5, okay. Twink, what's your AC?
16.
Bullet fires and zooms over your head into the railing. Harmon just goes, "I nailed it!" It's Harmon's turn. That's Harmon's turn out of the way. Kieran, you're up.
Armin, I'd hate to tell you how to use your revolver, but try aiming downwards. And like seeing that it's not gonna come out, I'm just gonna try and release my Eldritch Blast anyways into the water.
Fantastic.
Rolling disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make your usual ranged attack with disadvantage.
8 plus 6. 14.
8, 14 on a. Let me check the stats on this thing. What is that? What was that totaling?
14.
You fire into the water, and there's no reaction from underwater. You don't know if you missed. You don't know if it just pinged off of something, or if it nothing happened.
Can't criticize Harmon.
Yep. So up next, Dolus.
So seeing all that's happening, and now also noticing that it is no longer coming back up, Dolus, he's very frustrated. He goes, damn it, and he runs over. He jumps off of the boat and starts flying, and he kind of flies towards the front, just like, and right where he is, like, so like he's here and like diagonal to where the serpent is, and we can see the dark spot, right?
Okay.
Dolus will take off the glove on his left hand, revealing, you can see his left hand is completely black. Like, it looks burnt. Like, it looks just like seared. Like, it was gone. And on his middle finger, there's a small golden ring. And he kind of points and like holds his other hand like to like recoil it. And he will then cast Gust of Wind into the water.
Gust of Wind into the water. Okay. Dolus. Let me double check Gust of Wind, make sure I have everything correct.
A line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from you in a direction you choose.
So the angle you're at would push it away from the boat?
Like down, like away, you know, like diagonally down.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, I have to make more saving throws now, so there's that. And I have -1d4 thanks to Mind Sliver. Hooray! What is this? It's a strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
However, it only applies to the first one. It says your next thing.
Yeah. So it's on this one then.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter because I definitely already failed it. So
Cool.
the serpent is pushed down into the water by the wind, slamming into the water. There's almost like a whirlpool effect made by the wind pushing down into it, and it's because of the water. It's not enough to like push the snake far away, but it unlatches it from the boat.
Right. And then Dolus, after doing that, will just kind of yell, start steering! It's off! In Harmon's direction.
Okay. Next turn is... Let me double check. Yep. Only person left, it's Twink.
Twink, after watching Lotus jump in, is gonna go, that's not a terrible idea. And he's gonna kind of bash his fists together, and he's gonna use his action
AG-130.
to call forth his guardian armor. And as he kind of punches his fists together, you see this purplish glow start forming around his fists, and it goes up his arms, across his shoulders as these pauldrons kind of form. Like electricity crackling in between them. Yeah. You see this full visor just come across his head, and he just dives into the water.
Yeah. So you dive into the water. We're just gonna use some movement for that. You're good. Again, the horrific black abyssal expanse of the ocean beneath you. Because the snake has been pushed deeper into the water, it's about 8 feet lower than it was. So it's like a solid like 11 feet down under the water, like the surface of the water now.
So what you're saying is I can punch it.
I am saying it's close enough that if you want to swim up, you can punch it.
I'm punching it.
What's guardian armor?
It's armor he summoned. You're gonna punch it.
I'm gonna punch it with my thunder gauntlets.
Fucking melee attack against the sea serpent.
That's a what is my?
Your modifier for the gauntlets is +6.
6? That's a 17.
You punch the fucking sea serpent in the right in the middle of it. Like dive down and in motion, you just wham it in the water. Roll for 1d8 thunder damage.
It takes 9 thunder damage.
9.
1d8 plus 4, my sir.
Oh yeah, the +4. I didn't even. All right, it took 9 damage. It
also has disadvantage on his next attack that's not against me.
I mean, you are the only one in the water, though.
I ain't worried about it.
All right, fantastic. It is its turn. As you wham into it, the force kind of folds it a little, and it whips around not to look at you, but to look up at the boat, which is its main quarrel. And its head, all of you see it shoot out of the water a solid 15 feet, shake water off, and then turn to the boat. And it shrieks at you all. And I'm gonna need to have you all make a Constitution saving throw on that shriek, except for Twink, because he's underwater.
Yes!
Okay. Constitution saving. That would be a 17.
17, you're good.
That was a 16 2 for me.
I also got a 17.
Kieran, you have a 6.
I have 18.
You have a disadvantage on your. You have disadvantage on any of your attacks until you succeed on a Constitution saving throw. So it shrieks. Kieran just covers his ears. He was not ready for it at all. Everybody else was kind of, expecting some kind of horrific thing to happen. So you were ready to. You're not super phased by it. And then
Question: where is it in reference to Dolus?
in reference to Dolus, it's gonna be because you were towards the front of the boat. It's gonna be about 20 feet off the front of the boat towards the back, specifically on the right side of the boat that you're all on.
Right, because I was above the water still. So
Yeah, you're still up there. You're still a solid 20 feet above it, above its head, not even just above the water.
Right. Okay.
Yep. Can I have to check real quick if I can make extra actions. Hang on. I can't, so that shriek's gonna be it. That shriek's
Legendary action.
So, next turn. Socks, you're up again.
Lovely of you to join us. And Socks is going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Make a ranged attack and tell me what element.
Well, I can tell you right now, that is a 17 to hit,
That's gonna hit.
and you know it's lightning.
Well, yeah, it's go right ahead. Roll for damage.
I'm in the water! I'm hitting its face, it's fine. Don't be a baby.
It's conducive.
Okay, so that's
Fucking shock twink.
3, 7, so 10, 13 total. And I don't know if there are any after effects considering it was wet.
So, what was your total damage?
That would be 13.
Yes, you wham this snake, and definitely seems like it hurt a little more than you would expect Chromatic Orb to hurt normally. It's not quite a crazy critical damage, but it's certainly a bit more than you expected.
Oh boy. You're ugly.
You want to do anything else with your turn?
No.
Roll
Where am I
wild
gonna
magic.
go? Oh. Okay.
Oh.
That's a nat 20.
What?
Wild magic can be good too.
Nat 20.
Okay, nat 20. You are safe, sir. All right, fantastic. Lotus, your turn. You're on the side of the boat. The
How
ladder.
far is it from me?
It's gonna be about 15 feet to the front of the boat from you.
15
Like that.
feet?
Yeah.
Can I let go of the ladder and fly over?
Your feathers are wet, so I am gonna say not at the moment.
Okay. 15 feet. How do I have to like climb up the ladder?
You're like 10 feet from the top of the boat.
10. What is my movement speed? 35. Okay, so I'm going to climb up,
Okay.
and it's 15 from where I am.
Yeah.
Would I be able to hit it if I ran up to it, like just with my fists?
No, it's gonna be too far off the boat to hit it with fists.
Okay, then I'm going to pull out a dart and I'm just gonna yeet a dart at it.
Make a ranged attack with your dart.
That's a 1.
Well, you get all set to throw your dart, and you've never really been soaked with salt water before. So you are not ready for how sluggish your wings are, and as you go to throw that dart, you actually clip off a little slice of one of your wings, and the dart just kind of plummets to the floor. You take 1 point of damage.
My first damage of the game, and it's to myself.
All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Big wet sucks! Can I use like a bonus action to like shake myself like a dog?
You
Or
can
like,
use a
you
bonus.
know what, wing? Shake
Yeah,
myself
you
like
can use a bonus
bird.
action to shimmy the wings. Try.
I want to do that.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
get rid
fantastic.
of any water.
You splatter the deck and anyone near you, including Socks, who is now a little wet.
And an odd smell of wet dog wafts around the boat.
Everybody, you've been smelling
And
it the whole
wet hedging.
time. All right. I know who's up next. It's our favorite blind pirate. Oh,
I'm in the
you're
water.
gonna
Can't shoot
love-
me.
You're gonna love this. What did he roll? Yeah.
Did he hit the snake?
He hit the snake with my first natural 20 of the day.
Woo!
Armin out here carrying. Is he? So he shouts just at the top of his lungs, just, I love the thrill of battle! And he fires completely randomly. Both of it, he's still looking up. And he nails this thing right in the jaw. It just swams the head back. It was not expecting that at all. It definitely looked like it hurt the thing pretty solidly bad. But it still looks like it's going strong. It doesn't look like it's all that phased. And it is it's Kieran's turn.
Do I roll Constitution top of the round?
Yes.
14. Still fail?
14. You actually have succeeded, so you will not have disadvantage on attacks that you make.
Okay, so I like shake off the my ear's still slightly ringing. And bonus action, I will cast and I will give him disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Or anything with dexterity, I think.
Okay.
Ability checks with this dexterity.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is that your turn, or are you gonna use your movement?
No, that was my bonus action. I will Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. Make your attack.
23 to hit. 17 plus.
Well, that hits.
That hits. Also, I need to check X. Okay, that's a 9 plus 4 is 13. Damage plus Hex, which is 1d6. 2 more damage. So,
Putting in work here.
I think this is the first time
so
it's
that's
hit its target.
All
Yeah, yeah, it is.
He killed some people last time.
Yeah.
So you ready your Eldritch Blast. Fire it off right at the thing. As it's coming back from getting shot in the mouth, it just gets whammed right dead center in the face. It shrieks again.
And that's the end of it.
You're right next to Socks on the boat, right?
Yeah, I would be. Yeah.
So you're within and Socks is right next to Lotus, who just climbed up, so you're all within 15 feet of it. One quick second here. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was a natural 20.
On what?
I'm not clapping for this one.
You're not clapping for this one. That's a natural 20 on a reaction. So it shrieks again, and I'm gonna need you all to make Constitution saving throws again.
You said 15 feet. Do I have to? Because you said I was 20 feet above it.
Oh, yeah. No, you're gonna have to make it too.
Oh, okay.
20 again, but Twink, because he's underwater.
14.
You're good. You're not good.
That's a 19.
You're good. Is that a 9? You gotta make Constitution rolls on the beginning of your turn or have disadvantage on any roll.
Snake.
It's very loud. It shrieks very loudly. Lotus isn't ready for it again this time, and while she's busy shaking off, it really startles her. So, after that, it's Dolus's turn.
Cryo.
Yeah.
How big is its head?
How big is its head?
Yeah.
To put it into perspective, like from back of its jaw to front of its jaw is like the solid length of a normal human being.
Right.
So
right.
it's like I'd say like a solid 6.5 by 4.5 feet length by width.
So Dolus, 20 feet above the snake right now. He'll pull out his dagger, and I'd like to land on its head.
Okay.
Dolus will descend, land on its head, and stab it in the eye.
Okay, well, you land on its head, and I'm gonna want you to make a... Ooh, let's call that... Yeah, let's call that acrobatic. Make it acrobatic.
To land on its head?
Yeah, to stay balanced on its head. It is a living, moving creature that definitely just got whammed by an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, I have +2, so let's hope. That was a 13 + 2, 15.
Okay, no, you land on its head. It's a little wobbly. You're a little concerned, but you're doing solid. Roll for an attack.
Okay. That was a 19 + 4.
Well, you stab it. You stab it right in the eye.
And then I roll.
Which eye do you want to stab it in?
The right one.
Okay, you stab it in the right eye. Roll for damage.
1d8 + 2. That's 5 damage.
Well, you do 5 damage and you stab it in the eye.
And how much movement would I still have, if any?
You flew 20 feet down, so with your flight speed is 60, right? Or 50. So you got another 30.
And then I would like to fly another 20 feet back up in the air.
Before you fly up in the air, you stabbed it.
Yeah.
And it shrieks as a reaction.
Okay. So I have to roll Constitution again?
Yeah. So does Socks.
Oh, that is an 8.
Yeah, you lose.
Yeah, you already took
I had a good run.
21.
This is Homebrew. Every time you damage it, if it's above water, it will shriek. The save isn't terrible. The save is 12, but
I rolled less than that.
yeah. I'm like, what did you roll?
21.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Well, so 3 of you are currently ears ringing. And it is Twink's turn underwater.
Twink's gonna use his turn. He's gonna pull out his Tinker's tools,
Okay.
and then
a metal rod from his inventory. And he's going to use magical tinkering, which could cost an action. And he's going to imbue a magical property into the metal rod. And what he's going to do is he's going to create the most foul fish odor you could possibly think of, and then just drop it and let it sink to the bottom of the ocean.
Okay. I like that. Go right ahead. You do so. You drop it into the ocean. Do you want to do anything else with your turn now?
I don't really have any bonus actions, so I guess I'll swim back up to the surface so I'm not... Well, yeah, I'll swim back up to the surface and get my breath. But I don't know which side it's on, so I'm just going to go back up the side I jumped off on.
It's still on that side. You're
Okay.
Same side as it. So you swim back up. You're all sort of on the right forward side of the ship. And it's its turn now.
Hey, Cryo.
Yeah.
Have you been? Do you still mean to be rolling for the crewmates, shooting at it?
You know, I forgot about the crewmates shooting at it. Let's say last turn they were reloading.
Okay.
Muskets take a long time to reload. You ever reloaded a musket? It's a pain in the ass.
Yes.
And I'll roll for them then. Well, it doesn't matter that I rolled for them because I immediately offset my nat 20 luck with another nat 1. So they just absolutely, they're in terror. All of them are definitely affected by the
They caught Harmon's blindness.
They just fire completely off into the ocean. One of the bullets almost rams into Twink into the water. It's the second bullet that's almost hit you now in the last 30 to 40 seconds.
Like shooting gnomes in an ocean.
And now it's the sea serpent's turn. 9. And that is going to be... Oof. That is going to miss, actually. So... Oh. Will it, though? I forgot to add the bonus to hit. That will not miss.
Did you do it with disadvantage?
Hmm?
Did you do it with disadvantage?
I did not.
Yeah. If you attack anything but me, it has disadvantage.
That's valid. Okay, well, I'll roll again. It doesn't matter because I rolled higher this time.
There you go.
So, Socks. Yeah, so that thing is going to slam its head right towards you and give you a nice solid bite on the arm.
On the arm.
On the arm.
This thing's the size of a minivan.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to...
Okay. No, fuck you. Actually, fuck you.
What are you going to do?
Shield.
You're going to cast shield. You're going to cast...
Fuck
God.
you.
Alright.
You gotta be running out of spell slots soon.
That's his last one.
He's like, yep.
And I really want to hate to break this to you, but your AC is still not high enough.
So you
He
cast shield,
You
and he still hits.
that shield in one clean motion on the side and just clamps down on like this side of you. And that does, oh, that's actually a really low roll. Oh, that's also a really low roll. Plus 6. So he's gonna do 9 damage. Yeah, the shield surprisingly took a lot of the force with it. So it was really just the after force after the shield broke of this thing clamping down on you real quick and then rearing back. So that's piercing damage.
So it did rear back.
It bit you and then it pulled back. What are you
Do you
checking?
get attack of opportunities on that, or no?
Yeah, do I?
If you want to make a melee attack of opportunity, let me...
Because that
You
would be 3
and-
of us.
Yeah, you, Lotus, and Kieran would all get melee attacks of opportunity on that.
Cool.
I don't have any spirit, so I just want to bap.
I would like to attack with my
Roll wild magic.
Magic.
A 14.
The
I'll
9,
hit
fuck
with my
off.
quarterstaff.
Lotus, you got a 14?
Okay, so it was a 9 on the wild magic. It's a 19 on the quarterstaff.
Well, that's gonna hit it.
I have 4. I didn't hit.
That's not gonna hit it.
You know what would be really fun?
Yeah?
I take that injured arm and use my versatile damage and do 1d8. I'm angry.
Of course you do. All right, well, roll for damage on the quarterstaff. What was that?
That would be 7.
Okay. Womp it in the face. And then the versatile, that's versatile.
Huh? It's 1d8.
Is it just okay?
That's it. You just change your 1d8 to a 1d or 1d6 to a 1d8.
Cryo, you mute.
No, I know it's the only one who can hear you.
You're mute. You're mute.
I mean, it's a good thing I was just talking to no. Oh, versatile weapon type. I'm dumb. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No 1d8.
Bap, bap.
You whack the snake as it pulls back, and it shrieks again. But currently the only one of you who. Oh wait, did you roll with disadvantage there?
I don't have to.
Why?
He
I
saved.
passed.
Oh, that's right. You passed. Okay. Well, it shrieks again. So everybody but you and Dolus are affected by it, right?
Dolus failed the last one.
Oh, Dolus.
So
Why did I make
just
this
me.
mechanic?
So it's just me.
It's just you.
Well,
You
actually, Twink's out of the water
It's
now.
me now too. 'Cause
roll. Oh
I'm
yeah.
above water.
Both of you roll Constitution.
I got a 17 though.
Oh, you're fine.
I actually failed. 10.
Fantastic. Disadvantage on your next attack. Well, disadvantage until you succeed on a Constitution saving. Hooray! I'm so sorry for all that I have done to you. Lotus, you're up. Lotus. Lotus, make a Constitution saving throw to see if you shake off the shriek.
Did
Talking
Wait a
about
minute,
you.
you just skipped socks.
No? What? Oh, I
That
did.
was a reaction.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're correct.
Hi.
It's your turn then.
Roll
Hey,
wild.
buddy.
Yeah.
It's 13.
Well, I mean, you're fine. You shake it off. You rolled the number. The number.
Yeah, fuck it. Mind Sliver.
Well, I mean, it's a cantrip, so god damn it. Let me make my saving throw now.
Hey, Cryo.
Yeah.
I would also like to go ahead and use some of my sorcery points to do a quicken spell. Which makes that, that goes...
That makes it a bonus action.
That it does.
Okay. That's fine. You can do that. Well, I definitely failed that because that's another one. I fucking... What is...
That's like your fourth one today. You need to throw those out. Toss them.
I also got 2 20s, though, so
Doesn't matter. Toss it.
that's fair. Okay. Mind Sliver does a solid roll for that damage. I'll let you do that.
That's 5.
That's 5. It takes 5.
Then I would like to cast Firebolt.
So, just because a spell is a bonus action, it's still a spell cast. You get a spell per turn, not per action.
Well,
Unless
you get
specified.
a cantrip and a spell.
Yeah. So if
That's
you're out of spell
problematic.
slots. So yeah. So if you want to do something else, that's fine. But you have burned your
Okay, I'll throw my dagger at it.
Nice.
okay. Throw your dagger at it. Make a ranged attack.
That's 17 to hit.
Well, that hits.
Okay.
Make damage.
That's a 1d4 plus 2. 5.
30. Okay. I'm doing math. Okay. So you throw the dagger at it. Dagger jams into it. Shrieks again.
I realized I haven't had this lovely man speak at all. Also, that's 18, so I'm good. And he's just gonna go,
What do you say? What are you gonna say as you just as it
Son
just-
of a
it
bitch,
just
that
almost
really
ripped your
hurt.
arm?
and you can see Socks getting very agitated.
Oh boy, that's fantastic. Okay, so now it's Lotus's turn. I do have it right this time. Now it's Lotus's turn.
16.
Okay, well, I mean, you won't have disadvantage on anything you do now.
And I can fly now, right?
You can fly now. I will give that to you now.
I want to
took the water
fly
off.
over to it.
Okay, so you fly up
while
over to it.
taking my spear up.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's fine. You got enough movement for that.
Yep. I'm gonna attack it with my spear. That's a
Make a
12.
melee attack. That's a 12.
Yeah.
In all of its thrashing and movement, you lunge at it with the spear and you miss.
And then I want a bonus action flurry of blows. With a key point.
All right, make 2 unarmed attack.
Yeah.
Well, with your talon, so make 2 talon attacks.
That's a 17. And a 23.
Well, those both hit. Roll for damage.
That is a 5, and that is a 6. So that's 11 damage in total. And that is a key point.
It seems like the snake it's definitely not going down yet, but it's getting you guys are wailing on it in droves. It's very upset.
I just punched the big snake.
It's going to shriek again, even though you just made that make another constitution.
I failed that. Oh wait, no, I did. That's a
I failed that one.
15.
Well, so you succeeded, Socks failed.
The 17.
As annoying as it is to track this, it's also very fun when it happens. Why did I close that? I need that. I'm so dumb. Why did I close that? I need that.
I thought that was a 5, but it was a 15. It was just upside down. I didn't see the 1.
All right, so up next, Harmon. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So he shoots at the snake again. Perfectly aims towards the snake. He seems very all in his mind. But again, he has one eye. So he just completely misses the thing. The bullet just zooms off past it. He's shouting instructions to his crew who are trying to prep everything as he is doing. Yes?
I realized something. I
Go on,
have
sorry,
open hand technique.
Did you want to push the snake?
Yeah. I want it. Yeah, I want to push it 15 feet back. And it has to do a strength saving throw with a DC of 13.
Which
Sorry,
it
I
currently
just
has
realized.
1d4
Which it has
subtracted
one
from.
d4 subtracted from Mind Sliver. Yes, I'm aware.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to monk stuff.
And then that strength.
It's a lot more things to handle than just Nildruin, which she just bonks.
Have you
Bonk.
seen all the things I have thrown at me?
That's fine. Wait, hang on. I gotta subtract the d4 real quick. Where's the d4? There it is. It succeeds on the strength saving throw. So you try and wham it backwards, but it's too big, and you're flying. Like, if anything, you kind of get pushed back a little.
Alright, you may proceed.
All right. After Harmon, up next is Kieran.
And con 16.
16?
Yeah.
You are no longer shrieked.
Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. Roll a hit.
Dirty 20.
That hits. Roll for damage.
10, 6 plus 4, so 10 plus Hex is 13.
Oof. You nail it right between the eyes again. It's very disheveled. It seems confused from all the whacking. It shrieks. Every time you hit it, it's gonna shriek. You just get ready for
I already failed, so I'm good. I don't have to roll
Yeah, I
once.
succeeded last time,
15.
so I have to. Oh,
Yeah.
I failed.
15 from me.
Nope.
I got
Well, so
that.
Kieran's not shrieked. Everybody else is shrieked.
This time.
Huh?
I was just shouting. I was ready this time.
Kieran was ready this time. Willis, it's your turn. Make the Constitution saving throw to start the turn.
Yes, sir.
That's a 12.
You do not succeed. You have disadvantage on any attacks you make this turn.
Okay, well, I would like to. I had a question also. Does me taking out its right eye affect any of its anything
It can still see.
out of that eye that I stabbed into?
No, not the eye that you stabbed.
Oh,
There's
okay.
another eye. Armin
Okay.
still shoots his gun.
Right. Okay. So I would like to fly down onto the side of it that is now blinded.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm not landing on it this time. So I'm flying 20 feet down, like right next to it. And Dolus is still with no glove on his left hand, puts it in a fist, and I'm putting like my hand, like right aligned with where the damaged eye is, and I'd like to fire an Eldritch Blast.
Oof. How close are you to the snake with your firing
How
this
close
Eldritch
am I
Blast?
to? I mean,
If you go, are you going straight down from where you were above it?
like, I mean,
You were direct.
well, if I
over
went
its head.
straight down, I would land on it again. I guess I moved to the side, maybe like 5 feet away, like just to.
So I'll say this right now. Bless you. Ranged attacks with 5 feet have disadvantage.
If I am
Which I mean-
5 feet, then is that within 5 feet?
Yes.
5 feet and under. So well, I mean, you already have disadvantage, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have disadvantage either way. But just so
Yeah.
you know, for the future, if you're firing off ranged attacks, you want to be like, if you're 6 feet, you're good.
You-
Anything less than that,
You have to be out of your melee range.
Okay. Cool. So I mean, either way, I have disadvantage, so I'll go for that. My hit DC is +5 though, so let's hope. Okay. Well, that would be a 13.
that does not hit.
Damn.
Prep that Eldritch Blast. You aim it right at it, but your head is still. Your ears are still ringing from that last shriek. You fire it off, and it, pun not intended, snakes past just over the thing's head and just flies off into the distance.
Dolus will stay there next to it.
Okay, fantastic. So after Dolus, it is Twink, who is still in the water.
Twink's gonna, with Tinker's tool still in hand, pull out a python from his inventory, and he's now gonna magically enchant that with an action to reproduce the shrieking sound it's been making.
Oh
And
my-
then he's gonna drop that in the water behind the rod.
Okay, you do that. It starts shrieking. Are you all currently are under the shriek effect right now? Aren't you? No one succeeded currently, so it doesn't affect
Oh,
any of you.
I'm succeeded.
I
Oh, you
succeeded.
succeeded. Well, I mean, both of you make it. It's the sound. So both of you roll for the Constitution.
I succeeded again.
Hey,
16.
You both succeeded. You're both fine.
It's now also underwater, so it won't make the sound anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so you're good there. And up next is the sea serpent. And you know what? Between the rank smell that it smells and the shrieking of another sea serpent and its injuries, it is gonna try and dip. It slams itself into the water with one parting shriek back at you all and swims.
Lack of opportunity.
You're gonna attack. It's leaving. Okay, make it. Go
Too
ahead.
bad.
Make,
If it's
One for the
disengaging-
road.
If it's not disengaging, I'm hitting it with my reaction.
do you know if it's disengaging or not?
I mean, are
No, I'm
you-
kidding. It's not using the action disengage. You're good. You can whack it. Go ahead. Make an attack roll.
Can I also whack it?
Nah,
Go ahead. You can.
That's a
Well, no, you're
13.
not. Are you in melee range? I thought you were just outside of it.
No, I thought I was in melee range, so I would have had disadvantage.
Right,
But you
he
said
didn't move again.
I
Okay,
didn't
good.
move
Yeah,
up.
no, you're so both of you.
Cool.
What'd you roll?
13.
I got a nat 20.
You. Well, I mean, roll for damage real quick.
Wait, is that still with disadvantage?
No. Fuck. Oh man. that's a 12.
Even with the plus.
Wait, well, plus
Like
one.
with your attack, with
Yeah, it was
your
11 plus one.
Oof. Well, you neither of you hit it. It dives too fast. You both take a solid swing at it. the moment it dives down, you are looking at each other on either side of where the snake just was. Both of you have just missed an attack. It is now a dark patch in the water that is moving away rapidly from you. Socks, it's your turn. Do you want to? It's still in range. It's only like a solid 60 feet out.
60 feet, you say?
Yeah.
You know what has a range of 60 feet?
God
What?
damn it.
Yeah.
Mind Sliver.
You can mind sliver the fucking snakes it's leaving.
For the
Okay.
road.
Fine. One mind
Fox
sliver
is
for the road.
pissed!
That's okay. One mind sliver for the road. Roll for damage.
Yeah! Fuck this thing. That is 5.
That's 5.
Yeah.
It takes 5 points of damage. The water rise, and you hear the really muffled shriek of pain again under the water in the distance. And the black spot immediately stops moving. No, not huh.
Oh.
It's Lotus's turn.
That's why I was like, motherfucker!
You
It's
see that it has stopped and is like really jerky kind of motions in the water over there.
what's it doing?
About 60 feet away.
I'm looking over at Dolus.
I don't know. It's just like, oh fuck, what?
I'm flying over, and
As she
Can
starts
I-
flying over, Dolus yells, "Don't go in the water!"
I won't. Ha, sucker. I don't say that.
Dolus yells out, "I won't pull you out!"
But I want to get within 20 feet of the dark spot, and I
You
want to
can
take
do
a
that.
dart out, and I just want to shoot a dart at it.
Shoot a dart at it.
Yes.
You'll have disadvantage, but make that ranged.
Why do we
Attack.
keep attacking?
That's a 10.
They want death. That misses. The dagger just slams into the water, and the thing again jolts in response to it. It seems almost like the shadow is confused about what's happening. But it is no longer attempting to flee.
We're bringing
And
this
it-
back for a walk.
Harmon's turn! Oh, you're not gonna like this. Hey, Socks!
By the way,
Harmon
I want
shoots him in the back for
I want
7
to
damage.
We have a problem.
To fly vertically upwards, you can do that. You get like a solid 15 more feet above the snake.
This is great.
Yeah? Yeah?
I don't like the numbers I'm looking at. I don't like these numbers.
Yeah, so in your distraction while casting Mind Sliver, you suddenly feel a sharp pang of pain as a bullet rams into your shoulder.
Uh-huh.
It's Kieran's turn now.
Oh,
Harmon!
I'm no animal expert, but it doesn't look dead to me. And I will. It's within 60 feet of me.
About 60 feet
I will
out from
cast.
the-
I will cast Sacred Flame. That's Dex saving of 14 and at disadvantage because of Hex.
Yep. It's trying to fucking run away.
I know, what the fuck?
Not anymore. It stopped.
Roll for damage. You're
Okay,
hitting
then
it.
Why can't we just let it go?
it stopped.
I worked so
Uh,
hard for this.
6 plus another 12 damage.
Hooray. I love what just happened.
It stopped running, so I had to hit it.
Happened. So this is as the light appears above the water and then slams into the water. You see the confused, writhing black mass just stop, and the water slowly starts to turn blue as the
The
dark
water's not already
spot
blue?
as the dark spot kind of like vanishes under the water.
I'm looking over.
Dolus, it's your turn.
How far away is it from Dolus?
So you can't tell. It's just
Well, how
ocean
far
as
away
far
was
as
the
you
dark
can see.
spot?
It was about 60 feet. He was right about where Lotus was, so you could get within range of it, but probably not melee. Well, definitely not melee because you have shorter flight than
Mm-hmm.
Lotus. So.
Dolus will just he'll call out to Lotus. It's like, "Come back! I think it's dead now.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure." And then he'll turn around. Is Twink still in the water?
Twink is still in the water.
It's still in the water.
Dolus will descend over to Twink and ask him, "Would you like a ride?"
Please.
And he will use my action to pick up Twink and just fly him up onto the boat.
Okay, so you pull Twink up out of the boat. It's a solid amount of movement. Any actions you want to make other than that? Any bonus actions? I'll count that as your action. Any bonus
Mhm.
actions?
Just he'll just yell, "It sank. I think we're fine now." Like to the general whole deck.
Twink, your turn.
For the love of God. Can I please just stop fucking attacking it?
You good?
I'm
Is that
good.
your turn?
That's my turn.
Fantastic. Well, the crew has nothing to shoot at, so they're kind of relaxing. They'll kind of chill on their turn a little. And let me make this be such a fun. This is gonna be such a fun time, you guys. I love you guys. You're fantastic. That's 19. Yeah. So suddenly, towards the bow of the boat,
You did this,
Yeah.
Noah. You did this. This is you.
no one's near the bow, right? No, you're all on the right. So none of you really see it. There's a really dark patch of water that suddenly appears there, and a sea serpent head shoots out of the water and smashes onto the front of the boat, biting down on the front of the boat really hard. This serpent is colored like a really nice, teal color. It's got sort of bigger fins on it and kind of like dark streaks going down the head. Yeah. It's mad. It bites the boat for 12 damage. And then I'm not done. Hang on. 14. Okay. On the opposite side of the boat from you all, the original snake you had been fighting shoots back up and also slams its head into the side of the ship.
I'm sorry.
It's Sox's turn. Fun.
1 second.
Socks isn't doing too hot.
No.
Sock's
No,
gonna
he's
die now.
No, he's
We
not.
were safe, and Sox was like, "No, fuck you."
Hey, so in the shock of that second serpent coming up, roll wild magic.
16.
16? Okay, that's really solid. Hang on one more second.
What are you doing to me?
Just do its stuff. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what's happening here. It's your turn.
soldiers
You
with
should be
commission.
excited. Come on.
I would like to use fire bolts on the original.
You use firebolts on the original?
Yeah. And then I would. I don't know whether to say twin spell before or after I hit.
Before.
I would like to use twin spell.
Okay.
That's 17 to hit.
No,
So are you attacking both of them? With
That's what
twin
regret sounds like, Ray.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll hit both of them with those fire bolts.
stun? How much damage? Roll for damage. Those hit. 17 hits.
Hey, where's my D10? There you are. That's 9.
The pain in the voice. 9. Okay, so it rams into the first one really hard. The first one that you were fighting, it was already about to leave. It seems really disheveled, but it's not down. It's still there. The other one, you whamp into it, and it is it's not phased. You seem to only make it a little more mad. Lotus's turn.
What happened on Sox's turn?
He firebolted both of them, and the original gold one looks pretty messed up, but the new blue one seems fine.
Fun.
How far am I from the gold one?
To the front of the ship, so I'd say about 25 feet. Oh no, because you flew off.
Yeah,
no,
I flew
so
off.
it's about all the way back to the boat and then to the front. It's going to be about 70 feet. You're not going to be able to then make a range on the turn.
And the teal one is.
On the other side of the boat, so further.
So I would. Oh, further.
So it's about 90 feet because it's on the other side of that.
Okay, I want to use my full 60 movement to get as close as possible to the teal, or not the teal one, the gold one, and I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
Okay, make a ranged attack.
That's a 10.
Your darts suck today.
It doesn't hit. Make that dart throw, and because it's it's latched onto the boat and kind of tugging at it, it misses. But the moment the dart flies past it, it lets go of the boat, looks right at you, and hisses. Lets out this really kind of scary moray eel-esque.
Lotus is just looking up at it, is like, hello. Patient defense.
Harmon's turn. Harmon doesn't hit anything. Harmon fires randomly into the air as his boat is lurching. Kieran's turn.
Turn.
Hit hard.
Well, I guess this is what we're doing now. Roll Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
19 to hit the damaged one, the one my hex is
Damaged.
on.
Okay, still has hex on it, so go right ahead. Roll for damage.
Jesus. 9 plus hex. 13.
So Eldritch Blast slams into it, and after all the damage that is taken, after all of the wailing and the many mind slivers, its jaw kind of hangs a little low for a second, and it slams into the water with this really solid wham.
Should have
It's
kept
dead.
going.
It's dead.
Is that?
It's dead.
Lotus is just watching it fall.
All right, don't
And-
want to do anything else with your turn. I'm sorry.
Would I do anything? Oh, bonus action, switch hex to the other one.
Can you do that with your bonus action?
Yep.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
kills it.
Oh yes, you kill it. Yeah, right there. Okay, your hex is swapped over. Still, you can't change what it's set to though, right? So it's still
Still dex.
hex. Okay, fantastic. Dolus, you're up.
So how far is it from Dolus? Dolus is on the ship. The teal one.
Teal one went into the water.
Oh, it went into the water. Sorry.
It is gone. It is.
Oh.
I will say this completely, for you all to know out of character. It's dead. You killed it. The gold one is at the front of the ship, though.
Oh, I thought the gold one. No, the gold one.
the gold one's the one we've been beating the shit out of.
I'm sorry. I got the
Yeah.
colors mixed up. Gold one's dead. The teal. Yeah, so the teal one's about 25 feet from you.
Okay. I would actually like to. You see, Dolus. He just kind of fiddles with his ring on his left hand a little bit, and he aims it. And I would actually like to cast Minor Illusion. to right like next to the teal one's head, as loud as possible, the same shriek that we've been hearing the whole time.
Okay. Has anybody not shrieked right now? Everybody roll.
I'm not shrieked.
Everybody roll for shriek.
I'm good.
14.
16.
21.
You're all not shrieked. You're all getting kind of used to the sound at this point.
I don't remember.
Lotus, I don't think
You were
are.
still rolling at disadvantage, I think, right?
I don't remember.
Just roll.
1, 2.
Okay, I'm
Three,
just gonna
4.
roll.
Because I don't think on your last turn you rolled with disadvantage, so I think you don't.
Somebody's
have.
gonna watch this video and like keep track of where I fuck up every single shriek.
Dude, that's all of
That
us.
person, fuck you. Who cares?
Oh, I got a 14.
Well, you're
Save.
good. Save is 13, so you're good.
Mhm.
No one gets shrieked. You're all used to the sound at this point. No one's startled. But the other sea serpent is very startled. Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
I would like to. I will pull my crossbow back out and just hold it in one hand. I'm not readying or anything. I'm just holding it,
Okay.
just so I have it out.
Got it. Your turn.
I imagine during Twink's adventures at the beginning of this, he found the lifeboat on the boat.
There is a lifeboat. Yes.
He's gonna start walking towards that fucking lifeboat, muttering, "Can't believe these stupid motherfuckers just went and attacked the goddamn serpent after it was fleeing." And as he's walking over to it, he starts lowering it into the water with his action.
Okay. So yeah, you walk up to the lifeboat. You start lowering it towards the water. That's
He's accepted the boat's fucked at this point, and he is out of there.
Angry short man. I love it.
Sea Serpent's turn now. This one has a different trick. You guys are gonna really like this.
I don't think we are.
It shrieks when it attacks.
It shrinks when it does not shriek. It hisses. You're good there.
Partial tongue.
Also, it missed, so you're fine. You're fine.
Who's fine?
Everybody's fine, but specifically Kieran is fine because it was definitely Amy. So it turns to the boat and fires a really, really like tight pressurized beam of water that rams into the deck behind Kieran and just shatters the boards that it rams into. And then it hisses
Well, that's
it.
new.
And all of the various crew members make a... Oh, they hit! They all shoot it! Hooray! I'm really giving you guys as much help as I can here. That's
Twink's fucking out. He doesn't give a fuck what happens to that serpent.
at 16 damage from 3 separate muskets. Not 16 times 3, that's 16 total. Yeah, so they all just fire right into this thing, and it just hisses in pain and anger. It's not really getting thrown off though. Fox, it's your turn again.
All right.
Hey, before you do anything else, can you roll wild magic for me?
Oh, no.
You roll wild magic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 6. Fuck you.
Okay, you're fine. Hey, before you do anything else, what's your health at? Hey,
Oh.
so that's a lot of damage you've taken, and you know when you have enough damage, you can get turned into a werewolf. So why don't you make a wisdom saving throw, and I'll tell you if you succeeded or not.
Why don't you suck my dick? It's a 13.
You're turning into a werewolf.
This is
Can I have 1 second?
Yeah.
this episode is Noah's undoing.
Go ahead and mute for 1 second.
Yeah.
That's why Socks was attacking everything. He's pissed. He's pissed, and that shit's been taking over this entire time.
Yeah, so you're turning into a werewolf.
Full or half?
No, you're. It's a provoked transformation. You're turning into a fucking werewolf.
Well,
Cool.
great. Yep.
If Socks dies, I hope he got a backup character.
Well, I guess you're playing Socks for a bit.
Woo! All right, so as Socks prepares to do whatever he was gonna do, he suddenly just collapses to the deck, and like his whole body like lurches. Twink, immediately you would notice as you're trying to roll the boat down, because he's like right there, that he is mid-werewolf transformation.
Twink just kind of he just kind of stops and he's just kind of blinking, looking at him. Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me!
And as you say that, fucking comes out full werewolf, shriek to the sky. Ah, this is so exciting. I'm so happy for this. Let me make a quick roll here. Okay, so he in his new form makes a quick lunge towards Kieran, who's relatively close to him. Completely. You completely
took out my.
You just transformed, and this is the first time you've ever been a werewolf on a boat. So you miss entirely and just smash a crate that was right next to him.
I took out my dice to heal him, but then I used Hex. Ah.
Yeah, so you just absolutely smash this crate that was next to Kieran. You guys now have a werewolf on deck, and it's Lotus's turn.
Does Lotus see Socks?
Yeah.
Werewolf Socks?
Yeah,
No,
you would see
look
werewolf.
over it. And look towards Dola's like, what? Snake.
Dolus tells her, "Fly up, stay away from it."
Okay. Anyway, snake. And she's gonna fly over to the snake. She's gonna attack it.
Attack that snake. Roll roll what you rolling, girl. Whack that snake.
That is a 21. I'm assuming that hits.
That hits. It has the same AC as the last one. So yeah, you hit it. Roll for damage.
Damage.
5 damage. Was that with your spear?
Yeah, it was a 1d6 plus 4. I rolled a 1.
You jam it with your spear. It kind of rears back right as you do it, so you just catch the nick of it, but you get a solid little slash in. And then Armin's turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Unless you
I
want to
have
do anything.
1 key point left, and I don't want to.
Fantastic. Okay. Armin, seeing the werewolf on his deck through his good eye, is immediately just like, "Oh, that's not good! That's not good! That's not good!" He makes a ranged attack with his revolver. He shoots Socks' werewolf form in the shoulder blade. What's the damage on that? He hits him for 7.
Oh.
I'm down.
When you transform, do you not get health back? Like most transformations?
Do you get health back? I didn't think you did.
It's for like druid forms and things like that. When they change into their animal forms,
Yeah.
their health
Okay.
restores. They have their full health while transformed. But I don't know what the rules of lycanthropy are.
Okay, so Socks is complicated as fuck because he's got wild magic and he's got lycan. So give me 1 second while I read over this.
If it's piercing damage, I resist.
Yeah.
If it's silver, different story.
Well, it's piercing, so you resist.
Yeah.
So you take half, right?
Yeah, if he resists it.
Are we rolling up or rolling down?
You round down.
Round down. So you only take 4 damage. No, down 3. You take 3 damage. I like how I just said we round down.
And then you did it your other way.
Yeah, you take 3 damage, so you don't go down, but you get shot in the shoulder. And now it's Kieran's turn.
Oh,
Kieran,
my internet just dropped. Perfect
a
timing.
werewolf just tried to murder you and then got shot by Harmon. But the werewolf is still there.
Still there? Okay.
Also, there's still a sea serpent attacking the boat.
I dropped for a second. So he's still in werewolf form and he's still up?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I'll just look at him. Well, that explains the bounty. And I will use my action to... Let me check if it's an action. I will use my action to... Radiant Soul. So I just like reach up to my face, like tap the tattoo that runs along my cheek, and the tattoo just goes dark white as just 2 like ethereal angelic wings. Bam! Out.
Magic wings fly out of your back. Your eyes glow briefly for a second, and you have gone full Aasimar, Kieran. What do you want to do?
Would grabbing somebody also be an action?
Are you gonna grapple them?
Hold on. If have
what are you
the,
trying to do by grabbing them? Like, who are you grabbing?
I wanted to like try and like ask Twink if he needs a lift. Okay.
No, if that's all you're doing, Twink's good.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Twink
Okay.
is currently desperately getting a lifeboat down.
And I just fly 30 feet up, and I just fly 30 feet up, and there's nothing I can do. I fly 30 feet up. Yeah, that's it. I fly 30 feet up.
Okay. I'm surprised you did. Okay, whatever. Now it's Stolas' turn.
Okay. So
It's not
Dol-
so chaotic so fast.
yeah, Dolus is after seeing Socks just crash like at Kieran, and obviously he looks like a threat right now. So Dolus is going to pull out his hand axe from his back.
Ooh, okay.
And he goes over. He doesn't unsheath it from like its like leather strap. He just walks over to Socks right on the ground, kind of flips it over, and with the handle of it, smacks him like in the head, and with non-lethal, just to like try and knock him out.
Okay.
He's not on the ground anymore, right?
Who?
No, because Socks lunged at that crate and missed.
Okay.
No, so he's kind of getting himself up. So yeah, no, roll melee attack
Okay,
for non-lethal damage.
that is 17.
Well, that hits.
And then damage. Huh? That man, 1d6. 1d6 minus 1 though. So let's see. That is a 4 minus 1.
That's a 3. You knock out the werewolf.
He resists.
Bludgeoning.
No, that's a 1. You whomp him in the face, and he looks up at you, gritted, angry teeth.
Dolus stares right back at him.
That was almost awesome. I mean, it's still awesome. You whomped a werewolf in the face. Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
No, Dolus just stares at him with like the same like angry like the grimace that he has at Dolus. Dolus is looking right back with the same energy.
Okay, let me roll something here real quick.
Completely ignoring the sea serpent.
Hey, so let me pull up the fucking wild magic chart real quick.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm still rolling wild magic. You said I'm playing as him now, so like.
Man, new character, episode 4.
You did this to yourself, Noah.
Yeah.
Remember how excited you were when you're telling me about it for the first time? You're like, it's gonna be awesome.
10 episodes later, I'm no, 3.
Kind of roll.
Oh,
It's
there's
not over
something
yet for Socks, I believe.
I might be able to do something, but I don't know if Kieran would know. Kieran wouldn't know.
Okay, so as in this moment, as he gets whomped by that axe, there's a wild magic surge through this werewolf. You see all of his fur kind of stand on edge for a second as this magical energy goes through him. He starts to float.
He's just like, lightly floating up.
Flailing and floating slowly upward.
As Kieran tries to fly away.
A very confused dog.
How far does he float?
He's well, it's not his turn, so he just begins floating. So
No.
and then we're gonna go over to Twink. Twink's
Uh,
turn now. Twink.
Twink has just head down. He's just stopped. He lets go of the fucking wheel and he starts walking towards the fucking werewolf. He looks at Dolus and he goes, I really need your attention on the sea snake right now. I can't do anything to that. I'll take care of this one. And he pulls out another python and starts magically tinkering it, and he creates the odor of wolfsbane.
Ooh. I'm gonna. There's so much shit I gotta look up. Love it.
I don't know what that does. I'm just fucking. I figured because Twink's a forest gnome, so he knows all about herbs and things.
I avoid it like the plague.
He does avoid it like the
But
plague.
weapons coded in it do extra damage to me.
Yeah, so he is certainly intimidated by the show.
But yeah, well, my goal is for it to hopefully either knock him out or transform him back. I don't know.
Not gonna have any physical effect on him other than the moment you can tell the moment he smells it, he kind of jerks in the air. But it doesn't have any physical effect on him.
Roll
Just
over.
backflipping.
roll over. Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
Let's see what else I can do. I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and use my bonus action to create my defensive field with my guardian armor.
Okay.
So after I create the item, you kind of see this pulsating, thunderous looking thing come from me. And it just looks like it surrounds my armor.
Yep, and that's a 3 temp hit points that you gain with that.
Yep.
Fantastic. It's the sea serpent's turn.
Don't forget about the group.
It's okay. The group is reloading. I made the musket rule. I have to stick by it now. They're reloading. They're reloading. What's the arm on this? Oh boy. Okay. So the sea serpent, having recently witnessed Kieran murder its mate,
Oh yeah.
definitely targets you with a fun little another pressure blast of water, and it's gonna hit you, and it's gonna push you back, and it's gonna do 9 damage.
Jesus. Okay, 9 damage. That's not fun. There you go.
So you get pushed back 10 feet. You're back on like the mid deck now. That really hit you in the chest.
Yeah, just
Very
like 30 feet
uncomfortable.
above the mid deck.
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
in
I'm
the air.
flying.
So yeah, that pushes you. That solid just whomps you back in midair. And now it's the werewolf's turn. But the werewolf's in midair, so the werewolf can't do anything. Where's the health regen on this?
So it's once per turn. At the start of my turn, I regain 1d4 plus my Constitution modifier.
Your Constitution modifier is 1. Where's the pointy one? Where's the one that stabs people's feet in the night? You regain 2 health.
Can I cut in just to let out the saddest awoo?
Floating in
Let's
the
hear it.
air, this confused werewolf.
FYI, the kitten is still attached to this werewolf.
The cat is still
cat
in the
is
bag.
still attached.
The cat is still in the bag.
Cat in the hat. Cat in
It's
the hat.
Lotus's turn.
I'm doing the same thing as I've been doing. I'm
Just go whack the snake.
That's a 10.
You don't whack the snake, you miss.
I am not hitting this thing. It's not hitting me. There's nothing being done here. In here.
You swipe your spear at it, but it's really wriggly. You totally miss on that. Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
Just scream, stay still. Yeah, that's it.
Harmon's turn. That's a 19. So Harmon,
On who?
with accuracy untold of that you just would not expect, as the werewolf is making a sad awoo and twisting in the air, a bullet just rams it in the stomach. And that does...
I'll be right back, by the way.
Okay. I always forget that on this dice that a 0 is a 10. So that does 12 damage. So you
I'm down.
the werewolf stops in midair. It doesn't matter. He had 3 health. Drops to the deck rapidly and violently. And by the time it hits the deck, it's just socks again.
Oh, he transforms back?
Yeah, just bloodied and beaten and knocked the hell out.
He'll be fine, I can...
So, hooray! That's Kieran's turn now.
Oh, it's me again.
Yeah, Harmon just shot, so you're up.
Yeah. Seeing... do I want to bring him back? If I bring him back, would I bring Socrates back? Or would I bring somebody who's definitely gonna kill me?
That sounds like a gamble.
That,
And also, neither of those options are particularly fond of you.
yeah. And that's... I'll wait till he's about to actually die before I bring him back. So I will turn to the sea snake and roll and fire an Eldritch Blast.
Roll to attack.
19.
That hits. Roll for damage. And it's still
9
net,
plus
so-
9 plus 4, 13.
You keep doing 13. That the Eldritch Blast hit it. It's starting to look a little roughed up, but it's really mad. It looks at you. It's mad at you. It's mad at you. It's Dolus's turn.
Dolus just really aggravated by the whole Socks thing where he just told him he wasn't a threat and proceeded to lunge and try and eat someone. He's just furious and he just like does this like power walk towards the snake and just aims an Eldritch Blast at it again, like right at its face.
Roll to attack.
That was
Another.
19 plus 5.
That hits. Roll for damage.
A D10. Where's my D10? Here it is. That was 7. 7 damage.
7.
Oh, Mr. DM, I forgot to mention. Plus 3 to that because Radiant Soul. Oh, 3 more damage. Radiant Soul adds 3 Radiant to anything I hit.
Okay. 3 and track that 7. And there we go. Fantastic. So as it's reeling from one Eldritch Blast, it gets blasted immediately by another, and it's pretty frazzled. It's really pissed off. It does not care. It's Twink's turn.
Twink, looking at the unconscious body of Socks, just gonna start dragging him over towards the lifeboat. Just
Okay.
stupid motherfucker.
He's escaping with socks.
I can't believe this dumbass. And
I
so
love that he
when he
still
gets him over
cares
the
enough to-
lifeboat, he picks him up and throws him into the lifeboat, and then he's gonna stabilize with his action.
Okay, he is stabilized and in the lifeboat.
Yeah, that'll be Twink's turn.
Does that mean I don't have to roll?
No.
Yeah, you're good.
You are stable for the time being. It is the serpent.
You're just not conscious.
So excited for this.
And best.
Oh yes. The luck has returned. That's an 18.
For what?
That is an 18 for it to slam its mouth down on the front of the ship again and rip off a solid chunk of it. So let me roll for damage now. And then the bite that adds... And that's how I get to roll another one of these. That's 23 damage to the boat. The boat's looking pretty worse for wear. It's got lots of holes in it. The front end is kind of lilting downwards a little from all the damage it's been taking, and the way it's rocking, it feels like there's probably some water happening somewhere below you. But it's still floating.
Number 5 for Harmon.
Oh my god. It's not Sox's turn because he's clunked. So that is all the way back around to Lotus, but
Lotus said that if it's when it gets to her turn, she just hits it with the spear again.
She's just gonna hit it with the spear again. Should I just roll for Lotus?
Yeah, you roll.
Well, hey, Lotus hit.
Hey, let's go,
All
Lotus.
it took was Ray not rolling.
Where's the hit on the spear? That's a +6. 1d6 plus 4. That's 5. That's 9. Lotus manages to just drive the spear really solidly into the thing's neck.
Mhm.
It writhes a little as it yoinks the spear out and kind of snarls back at her. And after Lotus, it's Harmon's turn. He's not aiming at a werewolf anymore, so.
Yeah, why is he deadly accurate aiming at the smaller target?
Hey man, I just roll. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, I roll for what he attacks, and then I roll for if he hits or not.
Yeah, you were closer.
He hit. This time, he's aiming at the snake. Because he has gotten suddenly, now that his boat is kind of lilting, he has gotten deadly serious. He is sighted on. That was actually a crit. Because that was another nat 20. I should probably get new dice. Something's clearly up with these ones. That's a 3. That's 9. Another 9. So that's the snake takes around to like the side of the neck. It's starting to look pretty roughed up. It's starting to look like it's having a bad time.
How much
and
did
it's
Harmon hit it
here.
for?
Huh?
How much did Harmon hit it for?
9.
Okay, seeing it's roughed up, my thought is just, we need to end this, and another Eldritch Blast.
Wow. Blast. All right.
God, who could have guessed?
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
20.
Roll for damage.
5 double 10 plus 4, 14 plus the extra 3. 17 plus the 6 from Hex. Since Hex is a dice, do I double Hex as well?
No.
Or just base dice? Okay.
Just base dice.
Plus the 21 damage.
Yeah, like that Eldritch Blast whams into it hard. That hits it hard. But it's not down. It is wobbling. It's beaten and battered here and there. It's not giving up without a fight. You literally just killed its mate. It's pissed. And it's Dolus's turn.
Ray, while you were gone, you actually hit the thing
You
and
stabbed
Sox
it.
passed out.
Cryo, I'm fly 30 feet away again.
You're gonna fly. Okay, cool.
Yeah, 10 more feet.
Dolus, in his same position, does not move and just fires another Eldritch Blast at its face.
Roll for it. Roll that attack roll.
You're not gonna believe me when I tell you I just rolled another nat 20.
Woo!
We're done.
Like, this
with
is unreal. Like, actually.
This is the game season one.
This is like
And
everyone's
werewolves and
lucky-
wild magic and bears and tigers. Oh my!
Oh my! Everyone is having the luckiest day of their life except Socks. so that's on that 20. On that Eldritch Blast.
Roll your damage and double your dice.
So that is 16. 16 damage.
Dolus, K-Meister, I have a
Oh.
question for you.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
So as
Finally.
It would have been over an hour ago if you hadn't.
as the serpent kind of recalls
He got that
from
werewolf
when-
rage.
from when Kieran hit it. Dolus just sees this opportunity and he raises his hand. You see him kind of fiddle with his ring on it, and you can just see his eye like deadlocks onto this serpent's right eye, and he hits it right in the eye, same way he hit the other one, like with the dagger, and it just goes through from one eye out the other.
All right, as you fire this Eldritch Blast, this pure beam of energy slams into this thing's eye, drills clean through its skull, and shoots out the other side. Everything is dead silent for a second. Even the wind seems like it has stopped. Everything is pure quiet. And then you hear this tiny little voice in your head that says, "It looks like you could use a hand." And then the snake flops back into the ocean, and you guys are out of initiative.
You did it!
You did it!
We
Just
did
a
it.
tiny Lotus voice
Hey,
in the
we
distance.
killed 2 for 1.
You killed 2 for 1, plus a werewolf. Oh, also, by the way, now that you're out of initiative, the boat's sinking.
Oh. Can I, since we're out of initiative, can I yell to Twink and ask, if he wakes up, is he gonna be him or somebody else?
I don't fucking know.
Do you want to take the chance?
I don't fucking care.
Lotus is going to fly down, and as she's flying down, she's like pulling out rope, lots and lots of rope. It looks a bit like a party trick. And she's gonna start tying up socks. It's like, and then she puts a nice bow in the front.
So you're tying up socks. While you're tying up socks, can you make a quick perception check for me?
The dice is in the way.
21! Fantastic.
No, it's
yeah.
a natural one.
What?
I rolled
Disadvantage.
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 Aw.
Oh,
This is awesome. I love this.
okay, so you're tying him up in the boat. You're fine. You're just come on up. You're all-
Twink's running into the hold.
You're running into the hold. Okay.
When
you run in, everybody's just kind of like, everyone was hiding down there. Everybody is doing their best to preserve. You
Yeah.
hear Walk shouting about everything getting knocked
Yeah.
over. He's very upset.
Starboy, where the fuck are you?
Well, but from behind a crate, you see Archibald just kind of peek up, and he's like, "That's me.
If you want to fucking leave, come with me.
We're leaving.
Yes.
What's wrong?
Just
Well, I mean, I
fucking-
said there was a big snake."
come with me.
Okay, he rushes out after
Yeah.
you.
Get in the fucking boat if you want to live.
I'm already on a boat.
Get that one. And he points.
Harmon's like, "Well, boys, it looks like we're going to 5." He
Dolus-
stands back and he salutes.
Dolus will he just kind of puts his hand near his face. He goes, "Thank you," and then he just whispers and he puts his glove back on. And he will walk towards Harmon, and then he puts a hand on his shoulder. He's like, "Harmon, I might be able to help you. How far is the island that we were going to?"
We're about 5 hours out.
Oh no.
Thank you. Dolus turns around and he goes towards the lifeboat.
All right, everybody going to lifeboat.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Socks on the lifeboat?
Yeah,
Socks
he's
was
on
dragged.
the lifeboat.
Okay.
Yeah, I dragged him
And
over,
then-
threw him up and in.
When
Did anybody
I'm
check
done-
on shoes?
Nope.
when Lotus is finished up tying up Socks with the rope, she's gonna fly up and she's gonna land neatly next to Dolus. Is like, what are we doing?
Leaving. This boat is sinking.
We can't be. Okay, all right.
Don't worry.
Are we flying?
Well, we can, but we should, for now, rest in the boat down here.
Okay.
Can I take a look at Socks? Can I
Yeah.
perception check him
Go ahead.
with disadvantage?
Go ahead.
Okay, that's a 15, and then 12. 12 plus 3, 15.
Well, that succeeds, and you're perception checking Socks, and he's just Socks. He's knocked out. He's definitely got a few wounds, but most of them seem like they're already kind of like stable and healing up. But while you're checking out Socks, you notice there is a large hole in the bottom of the lifeboat where the snake tail managed to hit it when it was whapping the side of the ship that first time.
How big is large?
I'd say like a solid 2 feet across.
I can
Under
fit.
one of those.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm in the lifeboat, and while I'm here, I'm probably next to Socks about it. I'm just like, I swear to fuck if I'm still suspicious after this. I want to use my action to cast Cure Wounds and my bonus action to cast. What is the actual name of it? Healing Light. So that's 2d4, 5, 8, 17 plus 20 points of healing on Socks.
God damn.
If I'm still suspicious after this, I swear to
Okay, so I'm back up with 20.
healing.
You shoot up.
Hold
tied
up.
money
Give me. Is his head under a seat right now? Because it'd be
No.
really funny if
No.
he shot up and just.
No.
It is not. You were laying on the boat. Wrapped up like so.
And my
What the
hand's
fuck
still on your
happened?
shoulder because I need to touch.
Dolus
Why are you
hands on
touching
your
me?
Lotus is gonna look over. Is like, bad puppy.
Dolus goes, "Oh, welcome back," and he puts his hand on Twink's shoulder. Captain, there seems to be a hole in your ship here.
The fuck you just called me?
Captain, it's a joke. There's a hole in the lifeboat.
I'll fix it, don't worry. And then Twink's gonna go up and walk and talk to Harmon.
Okay. Harmon's standing there, saluting.
Master Harmon, sir.
Aye.
You're gonna want to leave your ship behind.
A captain always goes down with his ship. I've done it many a time before.
Alright, well at least have the crew repair at least the bottom of it. I'll get to land and tell them to come back out and help you all out.
That I can do. Aye. But first, I need to. It's sort of a ceremony. I have to.
Is there anyone from your crew I can take with me to have them bring you back out? Because we're not coming.
Take Darman.
Who the fuck is that?
What are the guy who's been like correcting him this whole time? Kind of like I'm Darman. I'm the
Are you the second mate?
first mate.
Oh yes, okay. I did not think you were that important.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, thanks.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Can
It's
you
fine.
get some lumber? I gotta repair the lifeboat and then we'll head out.
I can get some. Yeah, well, he just rushes over to like the crates and pull it shit out.
I can use my tinker's tools to repair that boat if I have the materials to repair it.
All right.
As this is happening, I want to like, while humming like, bad dog, bad puppy, or bad puppy, I'm gonna pull out shoes out.
Pull the shoes out of the
Oh,
Can I,
his clothes are all like ripped up and shit, but it is close.
can I be untied?
Bad puppy, wear shoes.
In my bag.
Dolus will kind of get onto the lifeboat and he'll crouch down where he's like right perfectly at eye level with Socks and goes, "I thought you said you weren't a threat."
I said I may not be a threat. I can't make any guarantees considering I'm not exactly in control.
Well, for that reason,
To
we
be
can't
fair-
really untie you yet. Because we
to
have
be
no guarantee.
fair, a sea serpent almost took my arm off. So, I think it was justified.
Well, like you said, we have no guarantees. So he kind of pats him on the shoulder. You're gonna be staying in those ropes.
Right as you pat him on the shoulder, the whole boat lurches. And you suddenly hear a voice call up from below. It's Walk. He suddenly shouts up. The second hold is breached! We're taking on water! Archibald stops for a moment and he's like, so we're just gonna leave everybody?
I can help fix this if you let me out.
You can't help fix that, mate.
Mending magic can do at least some amount of help.
Mending's not going to do shit to that.
The whole front of the boat is kind of gone, but we're not just gonna leave everybody, right?
No, we're going to leave them.
But they'll die. And he like turns back to Harmon, who's still standing there saluting.
These are sailors, sir. They'll be all right.
Not the people on the boat. The crew,
Yes, but they're with sailors. All right, the only way we get out of this is to get to land and send boats back to help. There's not enough to get everyone out. And I can't we can't repair the ship fast enough to keep it from sinking.
Us staying here is just adding 6 more bodies.
Archibald is really shooken by Kieran saying that, and he kind of takes a little step back away from you all.
It's not like I have much choice in the matter, considering, and he kind of wriggles.
He didn't mean bodies as in
When you-
like dead bodies. He meant bodies as in weight.
Wait,
When
it's a
you
sinking ship.
wriggle, you. So it's Lotus who tied it.
Yeah. How did Lotus tie it?
Not very tight.
Oh my
Under
god.
the bow.
I mean, you have
Yeah,
a plus
there's a-
5 in survival skills. I think you know how to tie a knot.
She knows how to tie a knot, but she wasn't being serious about it.
So you're telling me he wriggles and the rope kind of just
It wasn't tied, man.
You just
wrapped it around him.
Yeah.
you wriggle and the rope just drops down to your waist and your arms are immediately free.
She's still looking for shoes.
Well,
And going through your bag right now.
Dolus puts his hand lightly on Lotus's shoulder.
Hmm?
You didn't tie the rope?
I tied it.
No, you didn't.
Where's my
Look,
cat?
there's... I don't know. I'm looking through your bag right
Oh,
now.
which is forward again. It is sinking. Water is about like 4 feet from the bottom. Everybody who was in the hold is rushing up onto the top deck.
Socks looks into his bag to see if Shoes is still there.
Shoes is not.
Where's my cat? Socks jumps out of the lifeboat, climbs back onto the ship.
Hey, will you let me know when I'm done repairing the lifeboat? I'm fucking leaving.
So lifeboat's just about repaired. Everybody's panicked. Some people are shouting about the lifeboat. Harmon's still saluting. Some people are trying to get into the other lifeboat on the other side of the ship.
Are
It's
we going?
pretty chaotic.
Socks wants to find his cat, and I would like to search for her.
Roll perception.
Where can he try and sniff out the cat as well?
Oh, your scent makes you know she's around. You can't pinpoint her.
Okay. So I do sense her.
She's nearby.
Okay.
She did not get eaten by a sea serpent.
That's a 22.
Socks fell out of your bag when you made
Shoes.
that lunge at Kieran. Or shoes fell out of Socks' bag when you made that werewolf lunge. She's on the deck in that destroyed crate, very confused.
Socks rushes
Confused,
over
wet little kitten mewing.
and scoops up Shoes, and he's just like, "I'm so sorry." Like
Twink.
and he just kind of completely trails off and walks sadly back to the lifeboat.
Are we going?
Yes.
Am I done repairing the boat?
Boat's done. What do you want to shout? What do you want to do?
I'm fucking breaking the wheel and we're dropping. It should be close to halfway anyways. I was fucking lowering that bitch.
It's almost to the water because everything's sinking. But before it sinks, Archibald raises a hand to stop you. And he looks you dead in the eyes and he's like, if we get to land fast, it'll be better, right?
If we stay here, we sit in the water with no one knowing we're out here. If we go, we can send help back.
As the water starts lapping at the front of the boat and the whole boat is kind of starting to tilt, Archibald just shouts out, "Who knows Misty Step?"
I do.
Me.
And he goes, "One of you Misty Step.
Can.
Where?
Anywhere."
What does that mean?
And Misty Step anywhere.
I don't know what that means.
Pick a place and Misty
Oh.
Or somewhere.
Oh. Okay. And I oh wait, no, I can't. I can't anymore. I used the healing.
Oh, did you use both of your things?
Yeah, I healed I healed Socrates.
Oh, that means, hang on, I have to pull a thing up. I built this whole boy. So you don't have spell slots.
I've put 2 and 2 together. I understand
you?
now.
Okay, this is gonna suck. Or I roll a natural 20, and this is fantastic.
Nice.
It's the time of 20s. He tells you to Misty Step. You tell him quickly that you can't, and he grabs either side of your head really aggressively, and there is a giant flash of light, and that is where we are going to end our session today.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, next session, we're all gonna roll like shit. Like, we're
All ones the entire
rolled,
session.
like, 4 times, just FYI. And 3 of them were saving throws.
Twink was doing great. Twink was the only coordinated one out of all.
I worked so hard to make that thing go away.
Immediately after it started fleeing, I took out more dice from my cabinet to roll cure wounds on socks. It came back, and I was like, okay, I guess never mind. I didn't use the health point.
I just wish it would have been like 10 feet farther.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, see, here's this is where I'm like, Socks is a really level-headed dude until he is drastically injured.
That day was
perfect.
Which you're a sorcerer, so it doesn't take much.
No. I'll tell you what set him off. Harmon shot him.
Oh.
a werewolf, so I mean, you know.
Do we want to say goodbye for the video?
Yeah, let's say bye. So,
Okay, everybody.
if you guys enjoyed this fucking
Clusterfuck.
bullshit,
Yeah.
this clusterfuck, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, go roll some dice, see if you can even out all the bullshit that happened today.
This was
Go
fantastic.
buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah, go buy a lottery ticket.
Even better than I.
If any of you win, though, we are obligated to 20%.
Right now, roll in your favorite gacha game.
Glitch Streams supports gambling. I just
At
want
me with that.
That's correct. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.